welcome in to the Avalanche Coyotes Watch Along with Rudo, AJ, and Petey. PHNX Petey, thanks for coming on. Excited to do one of these with you.
Thanks for having me, Rudo. I don't know. As long as the loser doesn't have to buy beer and pizza, I'm in.
No bets this time. We'll wait for that until a little bit later in the season.
Yeah.
We definitely should have done that, though.
Yeah, I'm having regrets that we didn't
Yeah.
at this moment.
But what's the spread on that? I get goals for sure.
Yeah, I think you're getting a lot of goals.
It's a bad hockey team.
It should be a fun one. Forgive us at the start here as we get everything all synced up. It might take us a minute, but once the game gets going, we'll have everything all good to go for you. It should be a fun one to watch. Chat, I hope you're looking forward to this. I don't know. I didn't come up with any super chat deals that I'd have to do if we get enough super chats on the show, but maybe we'll see how that one goes.
Turns out when you work at PHNX for the Coyotes, rarely are you getting super chats after getting pounded 8-1.
You're young yet. You're young yet. They'll start to come.
We are trying.
All right. So I think expectations probably pretty low for you in this one, Petey.
Yeah, I think they're pretty low. But you know what? They were low against Toronto the other night, too.
True.
And you're looking at, you got 10 regulars out of the lineup. You've got 6 defensemen, 3 of which are under 23 years of age. You've got a goaltender who's never played in North America prior to this season. You think Toronto's going to come in and blow you out. And the goaltender was out of his mind. And they walk away with a 2-1 win. So I guess never say never, although Ball Arena hasn't been particularly kind to the Coyotes of late. And the Colorado Avalanche have been a very difficult opponent for this team. So I'm not hopeful for the Coyotes tonight.
Thankfully, the Avs don't have to play against Veggie tonight either. So
yeah, you get Ivan Provorov in his second start of the year. He's the future. He's the guy they drafted to be the guy when they get through this rebuild. Russian kid, incredibly athletic, quick. Been playing really well down in the American League, but he's not the guy for today. He's the guy for 2-3 years down the road. They got goaltending problems. Wedgwood's out with COVID. Carter Hutton the guy that was supposed to be the number one this season. He's been out the entire year with injuries, COVID, one after the other. And honestly, don't know if he'll play again. So you get to see Ivan Provorov between the pipes tonight, a household name for those in Denver.
Fun. AJ, you were talking on the pregame show about Montreal versus Arizona at the bottom there.
Yeah, so I'm curious, Petey, your thoughts on this, because Arizona has committed themselves to losing this season. It's no surprise. They haven't been shy about it. Everybody kind of accepts it. So I'm curious, is it a bigger disaster in your mind that Montreal, fresh off of a Stanley Cup final appearance and by all means was trying this season, would finish in last place, or Arizona, which was trying to finish in last place, to finish in, say, 31st?
Yeah, see, this is the conundrum, right? And usually when you're trying to do a rebuild, you mask it. You get a couple of players, you pull in a couple of veterans, and you never come out and say, "Hey, we're scratching."
Sorry to cut you off, Petey. I want to hear your answer, but puck just dropped, just to sync it up.
Dropped for me.
It hasn't dropped
you,
for you.
AJ?
Interesting. All right, we can slow us down then.
Yeah,
AJ, I'll go to a link if I have to. I'm dropped now.
You're dropped now. All right.
Yep.
Tell me when you're at 1945.
I will. Sorry, guys.
No, this is good. We got to do it to sync it up.
Yep.
50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, and the save by Ivan Provorov. We're
Perfect.
good?
I'm good. There you go, chat. If you are ahead of us, you can pause your TV and wait for us to get there and sync it up with that. If you are behind us, you can pause us on YouTube and sync it up that way. Hit play when the game.
You don't think of these things. We've had one watch along, and I think we had 14 people. We might as well have just invited them down to the studio. Would have been a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah, we have a bar to do that on our end. So
yeah, your studio is a little tougher deal to get
to hang out
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
but then
I agree.
all our out of town fans get mad. But anyway, Montreal versus Arizona.
Yeah. They weren't trying to. They're coming off the Stanley Cup Finals for God's sake. They're trying to win, and your goaltender goes down, your captain goes down, and all of a sudden now you're in trouble. They play each other Monday at 2:00 at Gila River Arena. There are plenty of seats still available for that one. You want to catch the 2:00 game with the two worst teams in hockey.
I can't imagine they're going to sell that one out.
Which one is the bigger disaster? If Montreal finishes last or Arizona finishes 31st?
Arizona 31st by far. They cannot finish 31st. They can't. Look what they did, and to ensure a tank, the one thing Bill Armstrong did is look at our goaltending. Carter Hutton and Karel Vejmelka are your two goalies. Karel Vejmelka never played in North America, and Carter Hutton hasn't been a number one for what?
His entire career. He sucks.
Yeah, well, he filled the hole in Nashville for a while when Pekka was out, so he had to play that role. But that's the way you tank. You give up 7 goals a night. And there's the kid that's had a good year, that Clayton Keller. He's a guy that, 2 years ago, he played on the perimeter, not strong enough to play. Now he put on some weight, and he's leading the team in goals and points. He's the all-star. Plays a 200-foot game. He's still on a team like the Avs. I mean, he's a second-line winger.
For comparison's sake, just from a points perspective, Clayton Keller would be 7th on the Avs in scoring.
Yeah, rub it in early, AJ.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
And we don't get to see Kemper tonight either.
Yeah, it's Francouz on the Avs side. Backup versus backup. Kemper!
See, this could get ugly.
I mean, that
he didn't see that
should
first.
Have finished that.
Literally didn't see it. Who was that on the back pipe?
On the back door is Comfer, yeah.
Yeah.
Logan O'Connor got the chance right in the slot there. I didn't see who made the pass.
Newhook creating again.
Of course it's Newhook. Of course it's Newhook.
I'm telling you, man, they found something there.
Yeah, he's a good player, isn't he? I saw him at the rookie tournament here in Arizona.
Yeah.
Kid can play.
Yeah, I mean, he lit that rookie tournament up a little bit too. He had 4 assists in the one game. So
yeah,
I don't know what the rookie tournament there. The Coyotes, if they didn't have any, no draft picks because of the John Chaika violations.
Dylan Guenther.
Yeah, so Dylan Guenther, and I think that kid can shoot the puck, and he's having a great year. But man, this is a team that's 2, maybe 3 years away, and that's with draft luck.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's with Shane Wright and Connor Bedard.
Right.
But look, they loaded it up this year, right? They're going to get a lot of pieces if they do their work correctly for the draft.
This is where I'm actually curious, because with 8 picks in the first 2 rounds, if they did finish in 31st and they drop down to the 3rd pick, you have enough ammo to move up to number 1 if you really wanted to.
If you really want to, yeah, that's a good call.
You'd be abnormally well positioned to do exactly that, because you have 8 picks in the first 2 rounds. Like, that's all the ammo to say, hey, we've guarded against bad draft lottery luck as well as we can. So, that would be the universe has seriously got something against Arizona. I mean, as far as I know, Arizona's never had any kind of lotto luck, right?
No.
3rd is the highest they've ever picked, right?
Yep.
Well, and they picked 3rd in an all-time great draft.
In one of the best drafts of all time, and they picked the wrong guy.
Yeah. Well, and then like you try and make up. How do you end up where the Coyotes are? Is that you make a mistake like Dylan Strome, and then you compound it by taking Barrett Hayton over Quinn Hughes because you made the Dylan Strome mistake.
Yeah.
And that's how one mistake turns into 2, turns into all those guys are fired.
Yeah. You're right. And then you talk about goaltending. We drafted 2 goalies in the first round over the last decade, neither of which ever played in the league. You can't make those mistakes, especially at the back end. I mean, I don't know where you guys feel about goalies. I'm not a big drafting goalie guy. You better hit it.
Every year there's a goalie that I love in the first round, and I'm always for it.
Don't do it.
I'm always for it because look at it, dude. Just look at the track record of them. They hit.
If they hit. Or you get Mark Visentin.
Yeah, well,
right.
Like, so there was like a run in between like 2000 and say 2012-ish. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm ahead of you guys. Sorry.
You're ahead of us?
How could you? How could you?
Clearly, based on my reaction.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Freebie for Mikko.
That's very free.
This has been a problem for the Coyotes all season, their ability to defend around their net, and they cannot do it against high-end players. They just can't. They don't have the ability. And now you're talking about we have 4 AHL defensemen in the lineup right now. Well, there's Gostisbehere.
I mean, Mikko just has nobody on him here.
Yeah.
It's a pretty generous rebound, too.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, a guy like Lawson Krause is just in no man's land right there, right? Like he's out
so
high,
low,
he's
and
not covering
Johan Larsson's got to
anybody.
take net and all the way to the net. He doesn't.
I don't know why.
I mean,
Phil
that's almost a
Kessel,
great play to make up for from Larson, though. He gets a lot of stick on that. It just still goes in.
And
Phil Kessel's cheating on Eric.
I'm just going to say, put on your
Make it
surprise
easy.
face. Phil Kessel was not in the shooting
Yeah.
lane.
Yeah.
You don't play 900 plus straight games by getting in the shooting lane and taking pucks off the shins. No offense, Phil.
It hits him in that hot dog stomach. He won't feel it. All right.
Exactly. I missed the first 10 minutes scoring. Well, why didn't I hit that?
Oh, yeah. It feels like free money hitting yes on that, doesn't it?
Don't even get me started on this. The Avs broadcast has this, like, shows this bet every game. We were like the second game of the second game of the season, and I asked Ruda, I was like, why do they do this? It's always yes in the Avs games. It's always
yes. Yeah. At minus 150 probably.
Yeah, it started at 120, and because it's always yes, especially in Avs games, it's now down to 150. A couple games ago it was at 160.
They've been trying to shave every corner too. Now it's like in the first 9 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah. They're trying to lower it because they're just like, we're not getting anything on this.
Yeah, this isn't the start the Coyotes needed. I mean, if they want to stay close, they needed Prosvetov to be able to shut the door in the first period. And I just think it's going to be one of those nights for the Yotes.
It's hard not to feel like if they give up another one, this game might just be over, right?
Well, he's got to play, and Prosvetov's got to play all 60, right? Like you can't
because
go.
Veggie's playing tomorrow, so
yeah.
So you got to stick. This is one of those ones you tell them ahead of time. Hey,
you're gonna have to wear whatever happens.
Yep, and that's tough to do to a 21-year-old. It's almost not fair. There's Kalea Chonak. Again, like the kid, it's just a little too early. He hasn't played enough in the American League.
I like the mobility.
For another quick sync for chat, we are at 1406, 05, 04, 03. For all the people coming in late.
Yeah, look at Keller behind the play. This is going to be bad. Gerard? That was a problem. I know we'll talk old school here because the last game I worked in the National Hockey League, unfortunately, was against these Colorado Avalanche. And that's one thing that we'd always said. One, you have to stay ahead of McKinnon's speed. Stay above him, all three zones. I don't care if you're in the offensive zone, stay above McKinnon and find a way to slow down these defensemen. This group of D that you have when everybody's healthy is just unbelievable. Not only can they defend, but God, can they skate.
Their aggression and moving pucks through the neutral zone is unmatched in the NHL.
If you're ahead of us, you can pause your TV if you have that capability and let it sync up.
If you don't want to, that's also okay.
Yeah, totally understand not wanting to do that.
It's always
if you're behind us, pause us and wait for us to fall back to where you're at, which I do recommend you do if you're behind.
Who snagged the points on that?
It was Newhook or Taze, right? It was Taze and somebody. I don't know who got the breakout. Taze and
EJ.
Berkey. Taze and Berkey.
Taze and Berkey? Cool.
Yep.
That's a weird combo.
I mean, Berkey's playing top line, right?
Yeah,
so.
Yes. You know, it's been a while since the Avs wore these thirds. It just feels like because they wear them at home against Central Division teams. It just feels like it's been so long since they had one of those.
They really have gotten a lot of their non-divisional games out of the way this year already. Like they played Columbus twice. I think they played just about everyone. Let me look at Blaze's thing.
They were going to they were supposed to have that Dallas game on the 29th in Denver.
Yeah, you're right.
That was the end of the Dallas series, and now they have to make it up. And I don't think I'm going to be able to make it back down to Dallas in February.
What are they going to do with that? How many games did you guys miss?
7.
Oh, good grief.
We're on the high end, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't have you Super Bowl Sunday at 5. Let's hope.
I can tell you we aren't going to care about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's right. We'll find out on Monday for the fans here. I don't know. I'm not feeling too warm and fuzzy for a team that started 6-0, but we'll see.
Oh, they got to get out of the first round, right?
Yeah, you'd hope so. The Rams, it's going to be a hell of a football game. Kyler Murray, if he lights it up, J.J. Watt comes back to play the way he was before he got hurt. We'll see. I gotta go back to my roster. Where's my roster? Curtis McDermott. How's he been for you guys this year?
Oh God,
Terrible.
Tell me how you really feel, AJ. He's the guy we talked about in the preseason with you.
it's a point of contention. So like they've moved him to forward. He's playing right around 3.5 minutes per game as a forward. There have been a couple of interesting examples of the magical allure of his big tough guy thing and the difference that it makes. And then there's been also the reality that he plays 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And at forward, like they're really not playing a fourth line. So it's just when they moved him off of the blue line, it got a lot better because he was a true like complete fucking nightmare, right? Like he was as bad as advertised as a defenseman. And as a forward, it's been completely fine. They minimize most of his mistakes. They barely play him. The big cost is the opportunity cost of using a roster spot on a guy that they play 3 minutes instead of using one of their top AHL kids that they've been developing for 3 or 4 years now.
Is he an every night guy?
He has been, yeah.
Come on. Really?
So, yeah, he has been for the last, 3 weeks of games, 4 weeks of games? Like
since the new year at very least.
Yeah, he's been in the lineup pretty consistently for a while now. Kadri knows he's playing the Coyotes right now.
Oh, dude, do you see Mikko earlier? This is a Mikko game right now.
He does. Mikko, it's going to be a Mikko game because he doesn't have to play very hard and he can out-talent everybody else on Arizona's roster.
Look at this. Just out-muscle the 20-year-old up front, too. And that's the problem. They can't defend.
Dude,
it's 3 or 4 chances right in the slot already for Colorado.
Yeah, it would be more if Val would shoot.
And you think
not a great shot, yeah.
So you talk about McDermott. This is one of the things, if you're going to be this bad at defending, one, bring everybody back, collapse in the zone, and try to defend more.
Oh,
Jesus.
That didn't go in?
No.
Post.
Or, to McDermott's point, be tough. Be a tough team to play. Be tough in the corners, pound some guys, be tough on F1, be physically threatening. And this team doesn't have that either. Like I don't know where their pushback is. You've got to hope offensively they're skating, and you might make this a 5-4, 6-5 game maybe if Francois is not hot, because Keller can score, Kessel can score, Krause. I tell you what, Boyd's been having a hell of a year too. So there are guys that can offensively add and contribute, but you've said it already. Like Keller would be 7th on this team.
Yeah.
So if this gets to be 2-0. This
is the Connor Garland conversation from last year where he was leading the Coyotes in scoring, and that's all good and well. But on an actual good hockey team, he's a second-line player. He's not
that's the discussion they're having in Vancouver, right? Same thing. Like, what is Connor Garland? And for this team, he was. I tell you what, Connor brings energy. He's a second-line guy, second-tier scoring guy that can bring you some energy. Coyotes, he was the guy.
Yeah. Totally different jobs, totally different expectations and responsibilities. Oh my goodness, Perky.
But that's how the Coyotes team gets their wins. They take teams and they lull them to sleep a little bit. Guys that think they're going to have point night. They beat. I guess their wins aren't that impressive. I mean, you beat Chicago team they beat Toronto. That was all goaltending. They got 8 wins at this point in the season, and there are teams that come in and think they're going to have point night. And if they go in with that mentality, it can be tight. You still might win, but it's going to be tight if you try to play point night.
Yeah.
And that could be, like you said, like Mikko Rantanen, this could be a 4-point night for him. I could see that.
Solid, squarely hit the post there.
Like the inside,
yeah. When it bounces off the post behind the goaltender, that's when you know you're close.
Yeah. And it goes straight across.
Yep.
This is a win for the Coyotes. They got 4 shots on goal halfway through the first period, though. That's a big night.
Is that a lot?
That's a big night for them. There were 6 shots a period versus Toronto the other night. 6 and 6 for 18.
Hey, it only took 18 to win that game, so
Yeah.
needed to save 45 of 46, though, I guess. So.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
McKinnon
Uh-oh.
just murdering people. Okay, I see.
It's pretty funny. I mean,
Nothing really came of it, but
yeah.
But it's hard to defend high end skill.
Yeah.
Well, you can just see the problem. Like there's a huge separation here.
And this is
Because
what Matthews looked like against the Coyotes last 2 nights ago. I mean,
Yeah.
Every time he was on the ice, and it felt like he was on the ice the entire night, by the way. When he had the puck, he was just better than everyone. And
Yep.
McKinnon's going to be the same thing tonight. They literally look like they can do what they want to.
So I'm
And we
curious
get to talk-
about a guy like Lawson Krause, because that's a guy that, I mean, he's a depth guy. He's always been really defensively responsible, big, physical. Is that a dude that we're gonna have to change this conversation, but is that a dude that makes sense as a deadline move?
Yeah, it is. And,
boink.
oh, no.
Oh,
Yes,
Tyson-
missed
You
his
know,
assignment
you know
up
it's
front.
bad if Tyson
Jost just scored on you.
Again, when you look at their net front coverage too, it's
Yo,
not
is
the
that an
first shot that
assist for Maltsev?
I think, yeah. It was Maltsev behind the net. Should be the secondary, and McDermott
And
assist to
McDermott with
boot.
the primary.
Yeah,
The
again.
most elite score line ever.
So you see Krause right there. Say Krause and Kolyachonok both go to
Yeah, Krause
both go to
overcommits.
McDermott.
Yeah.
he overcommits right when we're trying to blow him a little bit and say how great he's playing. Then he misses his assignment in the front.
Caster curse confirmed.
Yeah, we're 2-0. And again, you look at Prosvetov. This is it, buddy. I mean, you're there tonight. You're staying in. Like,
Yep.
buckle up. But you're right. A Lawson Krause for a team like a team like Colorado. He's a depth
that's
guy.
what I'm thinking, because Colorado, again, they have one fourth liner in Tyson Jost, and then it's just a bunch of nothing. So
He's a fourth line player on a really good team, and he plays the right way. And well, like right after he gives up a goal, it's hard to say all these things, but he's a first round draft pick for Florida. Like, he's got offensive upside. He can score. He's got skill. He's big enough. He should be a little more physical. I think they've always wanted more from him physically, but he's a fourth line guy that can skate well, get pucks to the net, tries his ass off. He plays in a lot of situations. Yeah, I think he's the guy that's going to be gone. I don't think he's going to demand, a first round pick like Bill Armstrong is looking for a lot of his trades, but I don't think he survives. I think he's a deadline guy for a really good team.
His analytics aren't as good as I thought they would be, but they're not.
But it's hard, though.
They're not by any means bad, for the record.
And keep in mind, though, he's playing for the Coyotes. I mean, your analytics here get skewed. Your puck possession is down. You don't have the puck very often. You defend a lot.
Yeah.
And there's another guy that's got the puck, Nick Schmoltz, another guy that they've been really disappointed in this season.
He's so soft.
Yeah.
He's always been that way. I mean, his puck skill, the talent is obvious where the appeal comes from. But then you watch, he doesn't like to come in to anything that you would consider a dirty area. He's not strong on the puck even a little bit. He does not take a hit to make a play. He looks like he's afraid to get touched.
Yeah, for sure he is. And when, and when I say when, it's might be once a game where he turns it on and you go, oh my goodness, this guy can play. Good hands, got some speed, but it's so inconsistent and it's not often enough. And so I see what you say. Like when John Chaika looked at him, you go, oh yeah, this guy's got something. And it just doesn't translate because he just doesn't have that consistent drive. 100 career points.
Yep.
Joe's fighting Sioux, isn't he?
He is indeed.
I was a fighting Sioux back in the day.
No, really.
87 to 90.
All you Northerners, you just stay up north, don't you?
Yeah, until we get smart and move to Arizona.
And it gets warm. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys become the permanent snowbirds.
I'm never leaving, buddy, unless they make me. I'm here for good. Man, what's it there today? It's probably in the 60s today.
It was a little cooler today, actually.
Yeah, today was I think today was actually like 45.
60 today, 15 tomorrow. Welcome to Denver.
Yeah, I had so my fiance lives in Winnipeg, and she was just down for the month of December.
Oh
She
no!
comes down, and it's 65 degrees and sunny every day.
Seriously,
And then we spent Christmas with my family in Texas, where I grew up. It was 80 degrees, and
then
she's
she's got to
like,
go.
"I brought winter clothing. I can't go outside. I don't have anything for this weather."
And you sent her back to Winnipeg?
I tried
That's
to
harsh,
convince her
man.
not to go. I tried everything, man.
Good
It
hockey
was,
city, great building, hard place to play. Man,
yeah.
is it cold. Man, is it cold there.
I'm driving up in 3 weeks. I'll spend the month of February with her in Winnipeg.
Just wait till July, AJ. Seriously, going to Winnipeg in
I will be there
February?
in the summer. I will be
On
there all
purpose?
summer. So
Is
yeah.
Colorado playing there?
Colorado plays both of their Winnipeg games in April, so I'll be there in Winnipeg in April as well.
Oh, good. Yeah.
But
April will be better.
our agreement is that I spend 2 months of the Avalanche regular season up there with her.
Nice.
So
Well, April's a good month, and especially if they're winning and on the verge of a playoff spot. Are they on the verge of a playoff spot?
Both teams will be fighting for playoff positioning at that point, so that'll be a good one.
Luke is correct. It is technically the Fighting Hawks now for ND.
Yeah,
I'm sticking with the Fighting Sioux. So.
That was a whole controversy.
Yeah, that was weird.
Years.
That was one that didn't make sense to me because it seemed like everybody involved was the people. They were not the ones who were upset about it.
Yep.
Agreed. And that's why it lasted so long, because they had the support of the local communities. So.
Well, and you're kind of looking at that where, you look at the Washington football team, and then you look at that versus, say, the Blackhawks, and
big rebound.
Different levels of support there.
Yeah, and same, you got Blackhawks, you got Chiefs. They're still out there. Braves.
Yeah, Frankie gives up fat rebounds.
Yeah, his rebound control has always been poor.
Yeah.
But where has he been? This is the second start of the season, isn't it?
He's been injured for the past year and a half.
Yeah. He got hurt in the bubble, and then never fully 100% recovered, and then got hurt as the Avs
in
left
preseason.
Well, who's been
for their road game?
Who's been filling the hole?
Jonas Johansson.
Oh, from Buffalo.
Well, it was Hunter Miska, and then everybody found out Hunter Miska was horrible. So
former Coyote prospect.
Yep. Yeah, you guys, Coyotes signed him as an undrafted NCAA kid.
Minnesota Duluth kid.
Yep. He had a really good career.
He's a great AHL goaltender.
Yeah. He's a good kid, too.
He's a good AHL
goaltender. He was great before this year, and it's really been a struggle. Yeah, that's fair.
Is he in Colorado right now? In the American League?
He was with Utah for a little while in the E, but I think he's back with the Eagles, right?
Yeah, with no Jonas Johansson.
That's right. After JoJo got claimed, yeah.
He should be an Eagle for the rest of the year with Justus Annunen, who's the truth. He's the future. Are they going to give him a power play? Oh, my.
There you go, AJ. You're not the only person crazy enough to go to Winnipeg in February.
Oh, no. This is where it could get ugly.
Yeah, I mean, look, she's the love of my life. Winnipeg is a small price to pay for that.
You can't put this team on the power play, can you?
It depends on the night, my man.
You'll know real quick if this was a disaster, or you'll be fine for the rest of the night.
I'll tell you this: the zone entry on the power play is the key to the whole thing. Because when they get into the zone, they're fine. But if they're struggling to get into the zone, it usually doesn't get much better.
Well, for the first 10 games, this was the worst team in hockey at penalty kill, and they've slowly worked themselves up to. I won't even go as far as respectability, but they've been much better.
Well, the Avs are coming for that worst penalty kill crown at this rate. So they're bottom 5 in the league right now.
I think they're bottom 3 now.
After the last couple of games, yeah, probably.
30. Yep, Colorado's PK is now worse than Arizona's.
There you go. There's the stat of the day. I can use that on the post-game show.
Yeah.
We'll see how things go.
What the hell are you talking about?
I hope Arizona gets a couple opportunities for your sake.
On the power play?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's we say it all the time. That's how they can win a game. Goalie has to make 40 to 50 saves, and they might sneak one by on the power play, and they might beat you 2-1. Or you're going to get a night like hopefully tonight is, where you catch a goalie that's not hot, and you get a 6-5, or I mean, they had 13 goals in 2 games. They had 7-6 Anaheim. Like
It's dope that
fun
you
game
guys
to
got
watch.
excited about that.
Yeah, we got excited. Hey, it
For,
was the
for
Sharks
a
and the Ducks.
for a regular NHL team, I
Yeah.
would say that is something to be excited about. We had like a 2-week stretch where the Avs only scored 6 or 7 goals, and we didn't know what to do. We were just like, "This isn't going to continue," and it did. They just kept doing it, and we were like, "All right, I guess we're just dumb now."
The Avs have scored 6+ 9 times this year.
That's unbelievable.
It's so much.
Well, they're gonna have to do it on their own today because we have what was the over on this 6.5?
Yeah.
Yep.
On DraftKings. Wow. Well,
Yeah, and I spent most of last winter in Winnipeg, and I tell you, it was fine. There was the one day where it was -40, and I went outside for 9 seconds and was like, "I hate this city."
Yeah. I'm from northern Minnesota, so I'm used to it, AJ. Like, I hear you. And I went home over the winter here a couple weeks ago. Man, no thanks. Just no.
It's
There's
funny
warmer
the
places, man.
extremes. Like I grew up outside of Houston, so heat and humidity were things that were whatever to me. And then you go away from it for a while, and then you go back to it, and you're like, nope, I'm out. All of this is bad. Ugh, too cute.
The one thing I like about the Coyotes penalty kill right now is they're not, well, and right when I say that, he gets more aggressive. Their problem gets in when that high forward in that box, he attacks the power play defenseman, and that's when everything breaks down. So right now, I love that the high guy in the box is just sitting still and letting it happen, which is great.
The Avs are obsessed with that seam pass too. If they
Yeah.
pull the guy high, they will fire it cross ice every single time.
Yeah.
Well, Phil Housley's manning the head coaching duties tonight, so maybe they're sitting back a little more defensive posture.
What do you think of the job that Bear has done so far?
You know, it's hard to say. You're outmanned almost every night, right? Like your roster on paper, you're not in the same league with a lot of the teams you're playing against. His job this year was to keep the ship going straight and keep guys moderately happy, and I think he's done that. I think he's he's a good character guy. He builds relationships with his players. Players like him. They like playing for him, and that makes it easier to go to rink every day when you're losing. So yeah, I don't honestly know what kind of a coach he is, because I don't know if he's had the opportunity. You'd find those things out best in the playoffs when you have a 7-game series, what a guy can coach, like how he can match up against. And unfortunately, we haven't seen that, and we won't see that this year. Here goes our all-star.
Oh,
there
God,
it is.
That's so soft.
There he goes. And this is the Coyotes. There you go. It's 2-1. Like, they're in this again. A game that should have been 3-0 on the power play. Now is 2-1.
Yeah, that's
so bad from both Gerard and Taves and Frankie.
Yeah, all three of them. I mean, it's
That's
a terrible,
so bad.
terribly soft pass back to
pass.
Taves. Taves gets beat clean and can't do anything to stop it. And then, I don't. How does that puck even go?
Is it even a shot?
Yeah, barely.
I mean, he shot it. It goes off of Frankie's stick and then just trickles around him.
This is what I mean about the entry. This was a brutally bad power play.
All right, terrible for the Avs, but great for this watch along that we get to watch an actual interesting.
Oh my God, Gerard, what the fuck, bro?
Yo, you got to pause that shit for like 10 seconds. I ain't doing this all night where you're ahead of me.
I did it again.
Oof. Yeah, I'll do it.
Have to get it.
Yeah.
Well, one thing we were talking about Andre Tourigny and his coaching job for the Coyotes. What about your guy? What about Bednar? I mean, how? And again, outside looking in, how do you sign the extension now? If you're the organization, how does that deal get done?
The timing was definitely peculiar.
Like,
Especially they've
can't
been
they
working
wait
on it for a while? Yeah, they could have.
And I guess for devil's advocate, again, outside looking in, and I don't want everybody in Denver jumping down my throat, but they haven't won, right? You have on paper going into the season the top team in the league. Potentially, this is the third year in a row now that you argument they're the top 3 team in the league over the last 3 years, and they haven't had the playoff success. So why reward the coach so early?
Well, so I mean, I don't think that 3 years ago they were can they ascend to the division title, right? Because they were coming off of a 90-point season when they beat Calgary in the playoffs, and that was where the expectations started. They were an 8th seed. They barely got in. They beat Calgary. They lose in 7 to San Jose. Everybody feels good about that. And now that second round loss has been weaponized against Jared Bednar,
Right.
because they overachieved that year.
I mean, both 2 of the 3, right? The second round loss, they were literally 3 minutes away from winning with a third string goaltender.
Yeah, and they were missing 7 regulars in Game 7 against Dallas in the bubble, and
the goaltending that series was below.
Yeah, and like Hutchinson was their goaltender
Right.
for the last part of that. So it's I mean I think it's just more complicated than breaking it all down into that big body of work and being like,
Right.
well, they haven't gotten out of the set. Like, there's no doubt that last year they win the President's Trophy and then lose in the second round. But how often do the 2 teams who tie for the President's Trophy play in the second round?
Right. And again, that's why, and that's glad I asked, because from the outside and you read in the media, and that's kind of the picture that gets painted, right? And so, yeah, and I've heard he's well liked in the room. I think he's a good coach, and
he's especially well liked by Colorado's big guns.
Yeah,
Landeskog, McKinnon, Rantanen all swear by that guy.
Yeah,
so,
and if you get that kind of support in the locker room, and those guys are knocking on the door for management, that sure helps.
Yeah, like that leadership group is a big fan, and I think that obviously that really helps. But
I mean, nothing's set in stone either, right? If this team sees 2 more second round exits in the next 2 years, Kroenke's got deep pockets. You can just fire that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess that's what happened in Philly. That was one of the reasons they held on to AV so long, is they owed him $5 million a year for 3 more years, and at some point you just go, okay, we're done.
Yeah.
And I don't think he gets replaced this year. I think Mike Yeo is there till the end of the season. So I guess you're right. If it ever comes to pass that you're losing 7, 8, 9, 10 in a row, but this Colorado team doesn't look like that's the path they're going to take this year with their
you look at the trajectory from in Bednar's career. It's the 48-point season, then they make the playoffs with 95 points, then they make the playoffs with 90 points, then they finish 2 points behind St. Louis in the first COVID shortened season for second place in the division. They get to the second round. It's weird that they were like talked about as like the big favorites or whatever in that bubble, because they didn't even win their division that year. Then last year was the first year where there was like sky high expectations.
Right.
They win the President's Trophy on the last day of the regular season, and then have to play the other President's Trophy team in the second round. So it's sort of like, and there's no doubt, like in no way can you dress up the Vegas series as anything other than a disappointment. It was a letdown. It was an absolute letdown. But I think that's the only true disappointment of it. Like and you look at Bednar's career, it's mostly been an upward trajectory. He wins an ECHL championship, gets a couple of AHL chances, wins a Calder championship, goes to the NHL. And now he's got an NHL team at the top. The success follows the guy around, and I don't think that's an accident. You know how it goes with coaches. Like, those high-end coaches get the most out of those teams. And before Jared Bednar showed up, Nathan McKinnon wasn't an MVP guy. Gabe Landeskog wasn't a 30-goal scorer. Jared Bednar shows up, and he gets a different level out of all those guys. He's around for the development of all the young defensemen that are now making up one of the league's best defenses. Like, Jared Bednar's had a lot of talent, but he's also developed a lot of talent. And there are plenty of legitimate gripes with how Bednar goes about his job, as there are with every coaching staff, right? But I think the success just speaks for itself. Like, the question that I always ask people is, okay, you're mad that they lose in the second round every year. Which coach currently unemployed gets you out of the second round?
Right.
because you could say Joel Quenneville, but there's obviously a
Yeah, I don't think
problem.
he's the next coach of the Colorado Avalanche either.
And that bridge was burned when he
Yeah.
left Colorado the first time.
Yeah.
So okay, cross that name off the list. What about John Tortorella? Do you think Torts is going to mesh with Nathan McKinnon in any way? Shape? You think those guys are going to stand 5 minutes in the same room?
No, the top end guys wouldn't put up with that right now.
Right,
and that's why he's not in the league probably right now, right? Like you're going to have to soften the way you approach players, and he will, and he has, and he's adjusted. He'll be back in the league, but when you frame it that way, he's the right guy at the right time for the right team. But he's going to have to win.
Right. And like at some point you have to get through. You have to smash through the glass ceiling. You've got to move on. You've got to take a step forward. Like, yes, absolutely. That pressure is there. The expectation is there. It's too talented of a team for it to keep spinning out in the same spot. But it's weird that the success when they weren't supposed to have it gets weaponized as a reason that they've stagnated.
All right, chat. It's 2-1 Avs at the first intermission. I'm gonna go grab myself another Avalanche Amber Ale from Breckenridge Brewery.
Oh, nice. See, Rudo, can you get on our sales thing? Like, can we not get a beer sponsor yet? I know we're still new and we're still finding our way, but get us a beer sponsor. Like, that's what I need.
I'm not in that department, but I've heard rumors that they're working on one.
I know they're coming. And I'm an Amber Ale guy. Like, I love Amber Ale, and I actually Breckenridge Brewery. I've love it. Eating there. We got a couple outlets to eat at. A couple restaurants.
Yeah, here in the city. Area. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Famously the farmhouse.
Yep.
You guys need a sponsorship with 4 Peaks.
I know, we're trying. I've got my cooler full down here waiting right now. We're kind of easing into this because my post-game shows can get a little.
I'm going to grab another beer. Chat, what do you want to hear us talk about during intermission? Put your questions in there.
Yeah, I went to 4 Peaks when I was down there for the prospect thing, and it was.
Did you?
Yeah, it was good beer.
Yeah, it is good beer. And again, I'm an amber guy, so they've got a great kilt lifter, great amber beer.
I always tell people I'm a great beer endorser because I don't really drink very much beer. So if I like it, it's got to be good, right?
So you get to do the show from the bar once in a while? Like, is it?
Oh, we usually do the shows from the bar. Tonight I was just. It was easier for all the 3 of us to do it over StreamYard, and then I got sick. So,
oh no, you feeling all right?
Yeah. I feel like I feel really. I'm fine. I'm just. I don't like to be around people. I don't ever want to take the chance that I get somebody else sick, so I just stay away.
Well, how is that? And I'm going to ask a serious question while you wait and look at the chat and see what you get there. But
yeah,
how is it having a bar? Because the talk is the PHNX, they're seriously pursuing it. And it should, we were told within the calendar year of 2022 that there will be a PHNX bar that mirrors the DNVR bar that you have there. How much different has that made your job?
I mean, I'm an introvert, so it's made it tough at times because I have to recharge the social batteries. And when you go and you work at the bar and people come to the bar, they want to meet you and they want to talk to you.
It's exhausting.
It can be tiring to go down there and shake hands and hang out with everybody and do all that stuff all the time. But honestly, like last year when the Avs were when game 6 against Vegas was pretty much done in the last few minutes and the bar was still full of people, and everybody is still heartbroken, right? I went down and I grabbed the mic and I basically just said, thank you guys for supporting the run and supporting us during the run. And it was a ton of fun. And we, we had a great time and it would be nothing without them. And you think about what it's like to broadcast, do watch alongs from a studio by yourself. It's just you and the people that you work with. It's cool. It's a good time. You're hanging out with the chat. It's fun. But when you do that and the bar is going crazy in the background and they're freaking out for all the goals, like the bar the day that the Avs swept the Blues was like, oh my God, right? Like it was insane.
Yeah.
Imagine what the bar in PHNX would be like on, during the Suns run last year. or during or for
We
the
have
NHL
Cardinals going to the
draft
playoffs
lotto.
now, and you got the
Cardinals
NBA.
going to the playoffs, right? Like you've got all kinds of things that are happening down there where it's like, look, that it would just be made better by this atmosphere where your diehards come out to support you,
Right?
And it's exhausting, but it's totally worth it. Like it takes a lot out of you. It makes the job that much tougher at times, but
Yeah,
it's
you got to
totally
be on.
worth it. So
You got to be on. You got to be up.
yeah, I love it. I love that we have the bar, and I love that we have a place where like people that did not know each other a year ago went to the bar so often that they're all just friends now.
Yep.
And they all
And
just
that's
go
cool.
to the bar now. And that's the shit.
Inquiring minds want to know, Petey, if you've ever interacted with Torts and if you like him.
It's funny. I saw one of the comments. I do get like the poor man's Tortorella because I got the gray beard going. Tortorella was actually my first year as an employee of the Arizona Coyotes. He was our assistant coach. So I worked with Torts for 2 years. He was an assistant coach under Jim Schoenfeld. So I see him. I just saw him a couple months ago. Yeah, one of the nicest men you'll ever meet. And he gets that persona of he's just this gruff, tough guy. He is unbelievably nice. A guy you'd want to have a beer with and go fishing with. He's a fantastic human being.
All right. Also, thoughts on Turner and ESPN's presentation of the NHL this season so far?
What are your thoughts, Rudo?
I think TNT has been better than ESPN, to be honest with you. I think they've done a really good job. Obviously, they have the name recognition with guys like Wayne. I don't mind it. I don't mind ESPN by any means, but one of my pet peeves is score bugs, and TNT's one I think is significantly better than the NHL one. Which, sorry, Petey, but the Bally one is horrible. I hate their score bar for Arizona. So on that side, I like it. I think TNT has a lot of fun with their coverage too.
Yeah,
so.
and I think I'm just glad that hockey is on a bigger national platform than it has been in years. And it's accessible to people. And you know what? If you want to have fun, there's a place to go have fun. If you want to get a little more serious, there's a place to go do that too. So I'm just glad that they're both out there. And I think they're both going to make each other better. The TNT show, which is heavily Coyote flavored between Gretzky, Tocchet, and Bissonnette, they just have fun. I mean, they're a lot of fun, and they're fun to watch, and it's great for hockey that people can have fun watching hockey. And honestly, Rudo, AJ, that's what you guys do, right? Like you hope that you can bring fun to some people that are sitting around trying to watch a game of hockey. I know we try to do it for a miserable hockey team that loses a lot. We try to make it fun, and our fans understand it. The management and coaches. I'm not sitting here bashing a team that doesn't know that they're what they are. They know they're bad. So it's not, I'm slighting the players, team, coaches. They work really hard, but let's have fun. And I think that's what TNT has been able to do, is make it fun and make it accessible to more people. And they understand how important the social side of it is too. I think ESPN, I like their in-game production. I think things are going, again, they're just fun to watch. I'm glad there's games nationally now.
An interesting question here for the Avs side. I don't think we'll hit on the first part of it too much, but did winning the President's Trophy help the Avs with all these comebacks lately? Teams seem different when trailing now.
I mean, the team's definitely different when trailing. I don't know where the President's Trophy plays into that.
I agree, but I wanted to dive into, what do you think it is that the Avs have kind of gotten over this bugaboo of not being able to come back, particularly in third periods this season?
To be honest with you, I thought that the real anomaly was their inability to do it, because it wasn't like they weren't having those big pushes where they outshoot a team 15-4 in a period or whatever. It wasn't like they didn't have the big aggressive push. We saw it. There were a bunch of games where they would have that crazy pushback in the third period and just didn't go anywhere. That felt like the anomaly to me, was that they didn't find their way to any comeback wins. They had one comeback win last year. One. Like it felt like a shockingly low number.
Unsustainably bad.
For a team that good. So that's kind of how I viewed it, is that you're not owed comeback wins, but it's just a natural part of things that they happen. And that for 2 full years, I guess two partial years, it not happening was really kind of a weird thing.
Is any of that attributed to goaltending? Because I know Kemper, just looking at numbers, he hasn't had an all-star season by any stretch, but has it been decent enough to help with those comebacks, or is it not goaltending related?
I almost think it might be the opposite, where Kemper is giving up that extra goal. So in a game where maybe last year the Avs would have won it 4-2 from a 2-2 tie, instead they're trailing 2-3 in a lot of games, and then they still get to that 4 number. So they're still getting the goals that they need, but they end up falling behind because of the slightly below average goaltending they've been getting from Kemper.
Has it been that way all year? Or have you seen glimpses that, he can play? Or has it been pretty consistently he gives up a bad one?
There have been some really good games in the last 3 weeks. It really started to look like he was turning a corner, and then he had 2 bad starts in a row, and that's where we are right now.
Yep. Is there a place to find stats broken down into primary and secondary assists? NaturalStatTrick.com has all the advanced stats you'll ever need. It's the site we use all the time for that stuff.
Speaking of which, do we want some first period numbers?
Yeah, hit us with those Corsi numbers.
24-10.
Yep.
16-7 shots on goal. Again, these are all 5v5. 13-4 in scoring chances, 7-1 in high danger chances, 1.35 to 0.29 expected goals.
Jeez, that's bad.
Individual, Jack Johnson is a 9-1. Sam Girard is 10-1. Val Nichushkin, Abe Kubel, Kadri 9-1, 9-1, 9-1. Negative is Alex Newhook at 3-4. O'Connor at 3-4. It's kind of funny.
Anyone positive for Arizona?
Arizona. The highest is 50.
So even.
Yeah, Giannis Moser at 3-3.
Not great.
Yeah, they're not going to win the stat lines.
Soderstrom and Kolyachanik at 210.
Oof.
Yeah, that's tough.
Also, Kolyachanik and Soderstrom 1-8 scoring chances, 1-5 high danger chances.
Oh.
So that's where the Avs
like 80% of their danger
off.
chances against the young kids. Yeah,
they ate that pairing alive.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, but you know when you give up a shorthanded goal, it undoes half of that work.
True.
And on a preventable play, you just make a more solid passer.
You just make a really lazy play from Girard, and then Taves doesn't make a very competitive play at the blue line, and then Frankie doesn't seem to take it very seriously. Like
every step of the way, make a better play at any point.
Taves does a good job. The best play on that was Taves coming back and
putting a body on him at least.
Yeah, well, and having stick on stick so that if Keller wanted to go forehand, it was going to be a challenge because Taves had positioning on it. So he, kind of dips it in on the backhand, and Frankie
that's what we talk about.
Like,
we talk about on our show a lot that it's not usually one mistake that leads to a goal. It's usually the second or the third that leads to a goal. Yeah. Girard's got to make a better pass. Like he's just got to put some zip on it, put a tape to tape, and it doesn't happen. Like it's the third mistake, and it's unfortunate. You hope you don't make 3 consecutive mistakes, and we've seen it with the Coyote team fairly often. But what we saw in the last game against Toronto is you see a goalie bail them out, and when that happens, it makes the game exciting.
We talk about it all the time. That's why you pay a goaltender, is to not make mistakes when everybody else is, right?
And it's harder to do it for your team because you guys don't give up those high danger chances. Sometimes it's harder to get into a game. Like you're making 16 saves by the third period and you're kind of out of it and asleep, but then you get that shorthanded breakaway. You better stop it.
Yep.
Those are the big saves you need.
Yeah.
To win a cup.
Yeah. A goalie bailing him out is not a storyline that we have had to.
I'm surprised too. We talked about Kemper when AJ came down to Arizona, and I talked about that he's the guy that can make that save. He carries himself like a number one, acts like a number one, prepares like a number one. And I said he's going to be the guy for you. And it's just unfortunate that to this point, It hasn't been the case. The good news is you're still primed in the right spot in the standings, and if he carries you through the playoffs, all that's washed away.
100%.
Oh, totally. And like, it's also we're 30 games in.
Yeah.
I mean,
Doesn't
I think
it seem
half
like we're
of the way.
50?
It does well because in January you're normally starting to get to that 40-50 range, but because of the big break in December where we had 2 weeks worth of games washed out, we're not.
It's
at the halfway point.
It's not just a big break too, right? The October and November especially were incredibly slow. Like every team in the league had multiple 3-day breaks throughout the first 2 months of the season. Puck is down, by the way. I see there's 160 of you in here now. If you're looking for a sync, 1953, 52, 51, 50. If you are ahead of us, you can pause your television until we catch up. If you are behind us, you can pause us until you catch up with those numbers I just said.
Another turnover at the blue line and another soft play at their net. 100 and how many, Rudo? That's a couple of weeks worth for us at PHNX.
160 watching live along with us right now. We appreciate all of you, chat.
It's fantastic.
All right.
This might be the first home game that we actually don't have anybody in the arena.
No, Jesse's there.
Jesse's getting on an airplane.
Yeah, he said he was going to watch the first 2 periods and then leave early and go get on the airplane.
And fly here?
I told him not to worry about it. Yeah, he's going to be there for tomorrow.
Oh, did he not go?
I don't know. Now I don't know.
Maybe Jesse's there.
I told him not to worry about it.
He told me he was going, so I don't know.
Yeah. All right. No bigs.
But he'll be here by late tonight. He's taking a late flight. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. He has
beautiful.
He has a friend that lives there, so that's how we parse our travel. Whoever we know that we can stay with for free in a city, we go to those cities. That's how we decide who goes.
You know, that's why I stay home.
And if it's the East Coast, then he goes because I can't stand the East Coast.
Petey, a lot of people in the chat, I think on the Av side, don't know who you are. Do you want to tell the people how you're the most experienced hockey person on this podcast?
Maybe that I worked in it the longest, but you guys clearly, like, if we start getting into stats and numbers and players and stuff, I'm not. I was the video coach for the Arizona Coyotes from 1997 till 2020. 23 years I worked for the Coyotes. Some really good years, Kachuk, Roenick, Tocchet, Craig Janney, Mike Gartner, Nikolai Hobby-Bulin, some great years, and then some really, really, really bad years. Like this isn't even, I guess this is ranking in there, but 15, 16 Tippett, bad. Rick Bowness took over he went 1-21 as the head coach of the Coyotes after Bobby Francis got fired. So I was a video coach for 23 years. They paid me to watch hockey on TV for a long, long time.
That's the dream right there.
It was pretty cool. I had a great time, met a lot of good people.
I mean, that's the dream. That's what we do, bro.
I know. I'm living it. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Rudo, this job's more fun. Like, not even close.
I believe that. No pressure to beat other teams in this job.
Yeah, I talked to my buddies, and they're still with the team, and they go away for 10, 12 days, and it's cold and it's snowing, and I'm sitting in my backyard having a beer, and it's 75, so I'm not complaining.
There you go.
And this is fun, and I hope PHNX can become what you guys have turned DNVR into. I really do, and you're the model of what we're trying to do to get this kind of following. It does help that you have a really, really good hockey team that people are interested in, but you guys have created a great.
Not how
fan
it started.
Base. It's definitely not. Yeah,
you're where we were. Like you had a bad couple of years.
Yeah, it was my second year covering the Avs here at DNVR was the 16-17. 48-point season.
48.
They lost 60 games that year.
That's 48. Such a sick pass from Mac. Holy crap.
Yeah, it is.
Uh-oh.
Miko couldn't finish it. But
Coyote power play. You just got to watch for Phil Kessel. And then not only does Phil Kessel have a shot that can beat a goalie clean from the top of the circle, he's distributing the puck much better on the power play than he has in recent years. Like he's become a playmaker on the power play. Oh, is this Colorado?
It's 4-on-4 for
4-on-4. Yeah. They got Colorado power play on your thing, and they showed. I'm sorry, I went with the Bally's bug. It had us.
Never trust it. Never trust it.
And
So many times I've trusted the altitude score line on things
wrong so often, man.
and it's just not even close. And I'm just like,
well,
Where do
4-4,
I
I would
go?
have to say favors you guys.
You would think.
One would
Yeah.
think.
Everybody thinks that, but let me tell you,
Really?
it's not something that they really practice.
You know, again, it's counterintuitive because you think open ice, really
Yeah.
fast, high skill players. Yeah, that's a good mix.
Yeah.
Not so much.
At 4-on-4 they get by with. Traditionally, 3-on-3 overtime, they're awful.
See, that's just surprising.
It makes no sense, right? It makes no sense. You would think this team would light up 3-on-3.
Yeah, especially with your back end, right? I mean,
Yep.
McCarr and Gerard, like, God, you guys can move back there, and Bo Byron's in the lineup. Like, my goodness. The dangerous 3 you can put out, and then the next 3, and then the next 3.
Yeah.
Your first 9 over the boards in 3-on-3 is frightening.
Should be.
In theory.
In theory.
And then Mac drives the net, fires a puck 3 feet wide, and the other team gets a
It's come
3-on-1
back
the other way. And that's the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. He throws that cross ice pass to Devon Taves, but he puts it a foot behind him.
Yep.
Brady Tkachuk gets a 120-foot single man breakaway.
Yep.
So after these back-to-back with the Coyotes, how's it look for the Avs coming up in the next week?
They got Minnesota in the afternoon game on Monday, and then they go to Southern California for 2 games. And then after that, I don't remember.
Have they played the Wild yet this year?
After that.
Yes. They beat the Wild at home once. I think that's their only matchup so far.
Correct.
That's a good hockey team. I like them in the Central. You know what? And Nashville is a sleeper. Because I thought that was a team that might be struggling to make the playoffs in the Central Division this year.
It's a team that finally put it all together, right? They're getting goaltending from Saros, and their forwards are finally doing what they've been waiting for years for them to do. You're getting the production out of Duchesne, out of Forsberg, out of Johansson. Granlund too.
And then whatever a Tanner Jeannot is. Yeah.
Their top 6 is finally actually producing for them instead of them relying so heavily on their defense to be their offense.
And that was their team.
Their
most recent playoff team. And you go back to the bubble 2020, that team was driven by the back end.
Yep.
And Duchesne wasn't putting up the numbers like he is this year. It's a career year for him. They just came into Arizona, and it's a good hockey team.
Ooh.
2 shots in a row that pop out of Frankie's glove there.
Yeah, again, it's 2-1. We're 5 minutes into the second. Look at the shots, but this is how the Coyotes play. They're not going to outshoot you. They're just going to hang around, and that's the frightening part for a team. Let them hang around. Yep. Don't let this team hang around.
You're just asking for it. 8-gram rocks you're doing down there, AJ, or what?
Mm-hmm.
What did he just say?
Tiger blood, he said. I don't know if you've seen the Charlie Sheen interview. I can't imagine what having a life like Charlie Sheen has had.
Oh my God, dude. Totally unrelatable. Lives on the same planet, and it's not the same life in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, Jesus.
Good little opportunity.
Yeah, left Roussel all alone in front of the net, and those are the things you can't. You fall asleep here on a game you've clearly dominated and should be up 3-1, 4-1, and you get lulled to sleep in one mistake, and this game could be tied.
Unfortunately, a little bit too common of a problem for the Avs lately. They get away with it because they keep coming back on teams, but
I see what you mean with the glove. We just got the rebound or the replay here.
Yep.
No screen, no tip.
Kemper's been having problems with that too. The Avs goalies just are not catching the puck well.
Yeah, his stabbing at the puck is not working out well.
Yeah, he's doing this one. When he's doing that one, reaching for it, then things aren't going well. How many? I didn't see, and I know people aren't going to believe I don't know this. Haven't memorized all the All-Star rosters. I know Keller is the Coyotes representative. Who were you sending to the All-Star game?
McKinnon and McCarr.
And maybe Kadri.
Yeah, Kadri's in the last man in vote. I just don't think that he's popular enough.
It's UOC.
I think it's UOC. Yeah, I think he's a lock for it, basically. Ooh, McKinnon been working with Gerard on that spin, man.
I will say I did not think that Landeskog was going to win the last man in when he was in it in 2019, and he
True.
did.
True.
Oh, come on, Kale.
Yeah, you got to make a better play with the puck than that.
Yeah, that was a.
And I know we've been talking the whole time, but have you noticed him tonight?
No.
Not really. He's moving pretty decently on the power play when they got set up, but that's about it.
After a week of him putting up insane highlights, I fully expect 2 or 3 games where he doesn't.
It's a cool off period for sure. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. And there we go.
Tie game.
I've been talking about. Can't make a mistake. Look at the puck movement. And it's not. He's not going to end up on the score sheet here. But Gostisbehere, when he makes a pass, he makes a pass.
That whole sequence by Arizona was great puck movement. They were moving it quick.
Yeah, this is a really nice play from
right there at
Vlad.
the same pass.
They get it down. It comes the man in front, just a little drop, and all of a sudden Taves was behind the play.
Yeah, he lost Larson off the wall.
Oh, get a bounce and make a play.
Taves just totally cruises to the center of the ice, and Larson's right there. And a good finish, too.
Wow.
On the reverse.
And here it is, and it's 2-2.
That's Frankie's blocker side because he catches Goofy.
Goofy goalie. And the Coyotes traditionally have had really poor second periods. They're a team that can't score in the second. They'll try to give you a little push in the third period. So for this to happen in the second period, if they get their legs going, gosh, I mean, clearly you're shooting a 2-1. It's not even close. But this is where momentum changes. And now they're going to possess the puck more. If they can get their legs going, this is going to get frustrating until you get McKinnon over the boards. And then
this is where you worried from Colorado side that, all right, they took the game seriously to start, but then once they got up 2-0, they just thought they were done. Yeah. And we saw them do this against Columbus earlier this year, where they got up in a couple of those games and then they just kind of sat around.
Yep.
And looked for ways to lose the game and lost both those games.
Now lately they've been able to flip the switch to get themselves back in it,
and that's what the fear is the teams, and it happened with Toronto that was just in Arizona a couple nights ago. You think you're going to flip the switch. Oh, we're still going to win. I mean, we've got Austin Matthews, we got Nylander, we're going to win. And then they start pressing, and then they start playing harder, and then they start trying to do too much by themselves, and then they start turning pucks over, and then it slips away, and they get more frustrated, and it just kind of snowballs, and that's what happened here. And on top of that, you had a goaltender make 46 saves, which is not what we're seeing tonight. Prosvetov has not had to make the big save yet. He may as the game continues.
I mean, I think it's the big save, right? If he makes 1 or 2 big ones, Avs start to get in their own head,
right?
And you never know where it goes from there.
And then a guy like Nathan McKinnon takes the puck way too much, right? Like he'll try to do it all by himself. And when he tries to do it by himself, it's a team game for a reason.
Yep. Except for those times when McKinnon actually does it by himself. But
yeah, and he can. I know it's not fair. When he's on his game, he brings a different element to McDavid. Like he can be the premier player in the league.
He's the bull in the china shop, right?
Yeah.
He just goes through people sometimes. Yeah.
You got the McDavid speed with a little bit of size and grit and body weight that he can push guys around.
Yep.
ASMR. So is it hard for you guys? You guys do this often? These watch parties?
We had 12 planned for this entire season, and 3 of them during the forced pause. So,
yeah.
So, and then now you'll go right. Will you go right into your post game show?
Yeah, we'll take like 5 minutes to set it up and then go. Yeah.
New StreamYard and go from there.
Yep.
Wow, it's impressive.
And then because Jesse's traveling, I've got the post game story and the player grades tonight.
You're doing everything tonight, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, I still got work to do for our post game. I gotta figure out my pick of the week. I've got We usually do
Well,
some graphic stuff.
Thanks for reminding me. I gotta find a pick of the week too.
I'm gonna go football. I'm going to NFL playoffs for sure. Do you guys go hockey?
No.
We go off the wall. We do
Yeah,
the craziest things on DraftKings for ours.
We get into like the French Dart League. And,
Come on.
Biathlon,
Yeah.
all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's the stuff that we use as our pick of the week.
I didn't know. Maybe I'll do that tonight then. Make it easier.
It's fun. You find some of the random like volleyball leagues and stuff, and their team names are like super crazy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you make a graphic for it then?
No, we just say it. We don't have a graphic or anything, but
Yeah, we're light on graphics. We're very boring. Salt of the earth.
look, we're the hockey beat in Colorado. We know we're low on the totem pole.
Yeah.
Right? Broncos get all the graphics, and that's that.
I know. Same thing. We go with the Sun Show. You should see our Sun Show. Same thing. Graphic Central.
Yeah, you can tell who the preferred beat is.
Yeah, the favorite child for sure.
Yeah, the Bronco beat.
Hey! I love you guys. I always try to make graphics, and you guys are like, "No, we're okay."
Yeah, we learned a long time ago. Early production conditioned us.
Yep. To just say no.
Yeah.
If you would have said 2-2 halfway through this game, you'd have said no chance.
No, I would have said, yeah, I could see that. I haven't felt great about this all day. I don't love layups in the NHL. Teams don't take them seriously. And
Well, I thought
we've seen the
I'm
Avs. We've seen the Avs for years love to play down to their competition. Now, last year they did a great job playing down to their competition and
Okay,
still winning plenty of games.
All right, the last graphics I asked for took 5 days to get done. All right, Allie. So calm it down a little bit.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We got conditioned.
Are the Nuggets playing tonight too, or is it just you guys?
I'm trying, Allie. I'm trying here. They do not care about anything. They just want to be in pain. They want to.
I was like, hey, I need some graphics for this Kale McCarr video, and then just 5 days later,
I didn't get asked. Freddie.
It was an eternity to get that thing taken care of. An
Speaking
eternity.
of Kale McCarr, he finally was.
I've asked you multiple times. I've tried my hardest to give you guys my full attention. You guys just want sympathy.
Nice play on the car off the face-off too. Finally, a good shot on net.
Yeah.
You guys need your best players to be your best players. If you do that,
you know how many times we've said
game
that
gets
on the
easy.
post-game shows.
It's so funny because when in games in which they aren't those guys, we'll come onto the post game and people will be like, Curtis McDermott is terrible. And it was like, yeah, I mean, obviously he's not any good, but the guy played 4 minutes tonight.
Yeah.
What happened the other 56 minutes of the time of the game? Like,
Nico Rantanen played 19 minutes and was -3.
Yeah, like Nico Rantanen is 6'4" and occasionally plays like he's 5'4". Like the guy when he just doesn't when the meter goes down, he does not try hard at all. And when Mikko's not physically engaging, he can make the laziest, most frustrating mistakes out of any of those guys.
Yep.
So here's exactly what I said about Toronto. They're pressing it now, like they're shooting from everywhere. They're great plays, but this is how it happens. They still could win this game 8-2, but
I don't think they'll win 8-2, but I still feel good about them. Their third periods have been pretty darn strong lately.
Yo, you got to be stronger on your skates, Maltsev.
I don't mind that from Maltsev at all. He gets the zone and makes the pass.
Yeah, stay on your fucking feet, kid. You got to fight through that. That's not going to get a call in the NHL,
You're
man.
nitpicking Maltsev right now.
You got to fight through that.
That's what you're doing right now.
I want to see him skate through that.
Come on, he makes a good play there.
I liked everything until he goes down. Like, straight up, man. He's a big guy. You like him because he's big and strong, and you want to see him fight through that a little bit. And because that's not going to draw a call. If it's not going to draw a call, you need to be staying on your feet. That's soft. It's just too soft. That's not like I'm gonna cut you right after this game kind of soft, but it's not too far from it.
That's aggressive, AJ. Wow.
Yeah, I can give you another sync time. We'll give you another sync time after the commercial. If we are behind live, you can pause your TV. If we are ahead of whatever form of this you are watching, you can pause us until the times. sync
Why
up.
isn't Leah hanging out with us? She's in the comments.
You know, is she?
Yeah, where you at, Leah?
Leah's been. Is she in the comments? I'm too
Yeah.
far away. I can't see that far.
Yeah, we've
Leah's been
seen-
working all
Look,
day.
everyone's in the
There's
We've seen
Leah.
Allie, we've seen Leah, we've seen Michaela. Where
Yeah.
y'all
Leah
at?
was working. Leah had to do. She had to do a Cardinal show and prep a Sun show. I think.
All
I know
right.
she did a Cardinal show for sure.
Forget all those other shows and just accept
That's
hockey.
what I tell her.
All right.
That's what I tell her. But somehow the bosses at PHNX don't agree with me.
Can't imagine why.
Man, does she work hard there? I'm telling you.
Yeah, shout out production for real though.
Yeah.
They're the
For
hard
real.
workers at DNVR.
Yeah, shout out production, not making graphics.
All right, AJ can be salty. That's
So Allie,
Bye, AJ. Bye.
is Allie in front of the camera too? Does she get is she talent too?
She used to be. Nowadays, not quite as often, but still
More
occasionally.
production.
Yeah.
Oh, see,
Oh,
now
this
Leah's
is-
listening to the first period in her car,
This
and
is
she's
gonna
got to
end
go
up
on a
the
post game
Tyson
show and
Jones
talk
game.
about a game that she hasn't seen. Oh no! And
It's all
Craig
right.
Morgan, he's not at the game because he didn't go to Denver, and
Yeah.
I'm barely paying attention. So tune into that PHNX show. It's going to be a barn burner.
Uh-oh.
Christian Fisher. Oh,
Where's the puck?
where is it?
Frankie
The
still
corner.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
Look
All
at
right,
the
look.
Yotes with a little push at halfway through the second.
It's fine. You can just follow your boy Bissonnette's angle and blame this whole game on the altitude, right? It's,
Exactly. Exactly.
That was so soft. Even all of his, my favorite part was all of his fanboys going through people's mentions and being like,
He was just joking.
he was just kidding, you guys. And it was like, this is so soft.
Look at that play, Christian Fisher.
Yeah, that was a sick little toe drag.
Tyson Jost hit that post. Telling you,
Did he?
this is gonna end up being the Tyson Jost
The
game.
Tyson Jost game. It's happening.
This will be the one that gets somebody to believe again.
How many times have you ridden that roller coaster with Tyson Jost?
Never again. Never again. I'm full out on it.
For the sync, if you need it, 846, 45, 44, 43.
I got perfectly synced up just basing on reactions. From
Just
you.
guessing the reactions.
That's how good you are at this, AJ. That's an
Tell ya.
experienced guy.
Look, all right, we've been in the streaming game for longer than most.
Yeah.
I'm curious how many people in our chat even know what Justin TV is.
Oh my god. Justin TV was the days.
Dudes pointing webcams at their CRT televisions.
Yeah. Watch me play Smash Brothers Melee
Yeah.
in my college dorm room. Oh my god. Capture cards,
Oh,
which at the time were like $500.
yeah. You had to be rich to own one.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god. Capture cards, man. That was
now you can get one from Elgato for like $100.
yeah, easy.
Yeah, there's a couple of you in here. Let's go. Justin TV gang.
Yeah, no surprise. Pretty much anytime you have a big streaming thing, there will be some people who have been comfortable. with
People have
streaming
been in
for
the
a
game
long
for a
time.
while. Yeah.
It's what they've known for a long time now.
I feel like I just gave you a sync, but 57, 56, 55, 54 of the 7 minute.
Why is it Rudo's watch along and not Rudo and AJ's watch along?
Because Rudo did them without me during the postseason because I
Yeah.
was at the games.
AJ covers games for like a real reporter on a regular basis.
That's like
so,
a real job.
Yeah.
I
Do you
used
do
to
this by
anyway.
yourself?
Yeah, I've done multiple by myself.
Holy
I-
shit, that's hard.
You rely on the chat. They get you through when you're as big as we are.
Well, and when you
And then stuff like this
Yeah.
happens also, but
Yeah.
don't worry about that.
This is why I have to be on them, because when I'm away, things like this
Stuff like that happens.
Oh man,
Look, I got a good $150 in super chats that night. All right, it was worth.
Wow. What we don't do. Media whores.
Oh, I am absolutely.
I know. I've seen it.
Oh.
I've seen it firsthand. It's
this dude
starting.
wants to talk about my cable management. Those cables are not plugged into anything.
That's even better.
Yeah.
They're just on your stairs.
Yeah, they're just sitting there. They've just been in my way for a long time, and I just have been like, I'll finally take care of it next week when I move. But
now that you have no choice.
yeah, but that is a great example of just out of sight, out of mind. It doesn't affect anything that I do.
I'm here for that. Don't look under my desk, and my cable management looks great. Okay.
Yeah, cable management has always been a problem for me, though. I've never been. I could never see it. Like I could never just put it all together and make it work efficiently.
I always start out with great intentions, and then by the end of the project, I'm like, I just need these things plugged in. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what a great play, and no finish.
Oh, Kadri couldn't quite win the race there, eh? Second chance opportunity.
Yeah, that's a big save.
I think that's a better defensive play, because I think that puck got deflected over the net.
On the second one?
Well,
Yeah.
Kale?
Kale's starting to move a little bit.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
starting to show up a little bit, and then he just got
he's-
drilled. But
he's figured out that somebody needs to show some energy here.
yeah.
Oh, hey, what's happening here?
Okay, McDermott doing his thing.
McDermott beating up a poor.
Labushkin, the Russian Ilya. That's what happens, and that's the element that this team doesn't have. So when you make a big hit, you want to see somebody come after your guys. When the car loses his helmet, you want to see somebody come to his defense. So.
Yeah.
Coyotes
See
don't
the
have
hit
that.
here.
I don't see any issues here.
Yep, that's fine. The helmet just pops off. No real head contact there.
What kind of penalty does he take?
I think it'll be, I don't even know, it'll be fighting, right? Just matching.
This gives them the instigator, but we didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might. That's true. Fair.
Oh, looks like 2-2.
Just two roughings each. Yeah. I thought when the fight just instantly ends like that, they usually don't give them fighting in the modern NHL.
I was gonna say if it's 2-2, they get away with it, it's fine. But if McDermott ends up in the box and that's a power play, it's
a bad look.
Good.
Yep. All right, I've been drinking, so I'm gonna take a bio break. Be right back. Chat.
Oh yeah, Rudo, the world's smallest bladder.
I was just gonna say, don't you bring a 5-gallon bucket to these things? That's what I did.
Yeah, world's smallest bladder. I mean, it's just always been this way. The things that you learn about your coworkers when you spend a ton of time together.
How long have you guys been doing this together? Just the two of you?
Just the last couple of years together. I think the first COVID paused season was our first year together.
I thought you did it longer than that. See,
I've been doing it for longer than that. Jesse was here before Rudo, and now Jesse's back. But Rudo and I were doing things separately for a long time.
So you knew of him?
Oh yeah. We're very familiar with each other. So
did they give him just 2-minute minor?
Yeah, just twos
for roughing. Yeah.
I mean, that's not
much there.
Even a fight. Like, they both drop their gloves and then he immediately just throws him down on the end. It was like, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
I mean, Labushkin kind of folds like the French there, but that's okay. It's not really what he's there to do,
No. Liam O'Brien will fight if he has to.
Oh, yeah. You remember old Liam.
But this team isn't much of a fighting club.
Yeah.
I don't know how you guys stay awake doing this. I got to stay awake for this whole thing and do a post-game show. What time is the good time?
We're both night owls. Anytime that we
Oh.
have a situation like this, we usually sleep all day.
See, I didn't plan that ahead.
Bruh.
We had an 8 o'clock start against the Maple Leafs. We were on after midnight. Yeah,
Oh,
good
that's
grief.
rough.
Coyotes after dark.
Yeah, when the game's still going at 11:30, it's pretty brutal.
Yeah. We have 2 of those next week with the Anaheim LA back to back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, at 8:30 and
Yeah.
hopefully no shootout in overtime. That's what we had on our first 8 o'clock game. We had a shootout. And you're like, are you kidding me? Like really?
What do we got going on
No,
here?
see, are you getting an extra 2?
Maltsev's going to the box for something.
Not on the score sheet yet.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Colorado with the extra 2 puts the Oats on the power play. Row.
Is it another too many men? Yeah, it looks like McD got unsportsmanlike and roughing, and Labushkin just the roughing.
Unbelievable, man. That's so stupid. Yeah, it's so funny. Eastern time zone people are always so whiny anytime you talk about staying up late to watch stuff. And it's like, don't fucking live there then.
I mean,
Make better life choices, fam.
I'm up till 4 a.m. on the reg, all right?
Yeah.
And then I'm sure there's like 1 or 2 of them in the chat from Europe, our European fans who it's like, yeah, it's 5 a.m. right now.
Like,
I'll do the 5 a.m. before I'll get up early, Rudolph, but I used to be a night owl, but then I got old.
what is this? This is a 5-on-3?
4-on-3.
No,
Is it a
it's a
4-on-3?
5-on-3.
Yeah,
minute
it's a
man.
5-on-3.
How did we get to this? I don't understand this at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm confused. This is what happens when you watch a game on mute.
Yeah, confirmed.
Oh,
That's brutal.
too many men, ice,
Wow, it was a too many men. Holy cow.
unsportsmanlike conduct. But did he come off? Did McDermott come off
So
the bench?
McDermott got the extra 2, and then the Avs immediately took a too many men penalty.
Yep.
Jesus. All right. Well,
Good save. Good save.
Frankie needs to come up huge here.
Yep, he's got to bail him out.
He's their all-star, by the way. Gossesbear should be.
Yeah.
He's not, but he should be.
Yep. I was surprised when it wasn't him.
Okay, let me go look at this clip and see if I can see how there's too many men.
This is a big momentum swing if they can get something happening here.
They have 3rd too many men penalties in the last 2 games.
Wow.
Yeah. One of those was actually real.
Yep.
I don't know about this one. I didn't see it. So.
Oh, this one's extremely real. They
Okay,
definitely had 6.
So it's 2 very real ones.
I don't understand how it happened, but they just straight up were playing with 6 players.
Nice. That's illegal.
It looks like they were expecting Makar to get off. And
he didn't.
He just didn't. Yeah.
Oh, when he took his helmet
Yeah.
to the bench.
Do you remember a couple years ago when the Canadians got away with having 7 guys on the ice?
Yeah.
For like a full 2 minutes.
Better than the Oilers in like 5 or 6 years ago, where they just willingly played with 4 on not a penalty kill.
Oh, that franchise is rough.
All right, one more stop here. Good save. All right, and you're out.
Yeah,
Take
that's
the
for saving
icing.
him,
Oh, it's not
Mike.
even an icing. Nice.
We should have a 2-on-1 here. Oh, come on. You gotta make
5-on-3 for
better
a full
play, bro.
2.
It's not over yet. Well, that's
And
a penalty.
He
Yep.
immediately
Yep.
draws one. My
There you
God.
go.
You like
weren't
that from
kidding,
Maltsev.
man.
So you go 5-on-3 for 2 full minutes.
Get nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And then
switches.
immediately those 2 guys get out, create a scoring chance, and then Maltsev draws a penalty.
Yep.
See, that's what I'm saying. See how he goes down and it draws a penalty? Cool with that.
Not even going to acknowledge that.
I tell you, dude, Devon Taves, this might be the worst game
He's
played
not
this year.
played well tonight. Yeah, I agree.
See, and what's the difference between the way that he went down and drew that penalty is that he was fighting his way through that. He didn't just get touched by a stick and go down. He fights his way through it, and the referees give him the benefit of the doubt. Just keep working hard. Especially as a guy like him, he needs to just keep working hard.
I got no argument there, but sometimes you're on blades on ice and you fall over. All right, things happen. All right,
That was nice.
that
Shoot
was a
this.
beautiful little entry.
Come on.
Didn't need the seam pass. Definitely.
Seriously, just shoot it, dude.
So when
Still
you see
got
4
set up,
Coyotes
though.
that low, somebody's available up top. There you go.
Yep. Found McKinnon.
Oof.
McKinnon feeling it.
30.
Nothing dangerous yet, though.
Yeah. The most dangerous thing was the entry.
Yep.
I mean, I don't mind Nico one-timers.
He needs to do that more.
Well, they got to
so-
get something at the net there.
Yep.
Habs are at 67% on the faceoffs.
That good?
And we've got the Avs need to win more faceoffs.
All right, look, this franchise has conditioned us that they're the worst team in the league in faceoffs, all right? Don't look at the numbers, just by feel.
Yeah.
Nice play from Kadri
Shoot
there.
this. Thank you. Ooh, that's so
A
dangerous.
little sketchy from Mac there for sure, yeah.
He puts all the pressure on McCarr to do something dope with the puck
And
there.
McCarr just does it.
Yeah. I mean, that's the trust that star players have, right?
Yep.
I need you to do something special here to bail me out. Okay.
Yeah, there's that wrister from the point play that just hasn't worked this year for
It
Mac.
was weird when it worked a bunch last year, and then it hasn't worked at all this year.
Yep.
It's weird when all the regression happens at once. It's not like a slow drip.
Wow.
Yep.
This is not the game plan right now for the Colorado Avalanche.
Where are the Avs in faceoffs this
Not
year?
feeling it, Petey.
No, I mean, this is a big kill. If the Coyotes get this kill, the momentum
Yeah.
swings. You're going to the
You're
second
looking
intermission
tied.
tied
Yeah.
2-2.
That's a win for Arizona for sure.
Absolutely, it is.
Oof, they are
And then it
clumsy.
gets, just like we said, it gets into their heads. They're going to start grabbing the sticks tighter. Guys are going to start doing more individually, trying to do it by themselves. And it just gets harder.
I mean, in a 20-minute period, one bounce. That's
Yeah.
all it takes, right?
Because if they just come out in the third period and go, okay, just play our game, just play our game.
Yep.
The Avs will win. They're a better hockey team. But if they start grabbing their sticks and they start trying to overplay, or I better put this team on my back because we should be winning this game by 2 or 3, that's when you get in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, they have to play to the situation they're in, not the one they wanted to be in.
Right.
Yep.
And this is where all of the talk about maturity comes
Turkey,
in.
you got to receive that, man.
Gerard has to make a play here.
It's just not quite dangerous enough from Colorado
Yeah,
on the
and-
power play, is it?
Right into the logo. He had 3
Yep.
saves, all right into the crest.
Yep.
Again, no screen, no tip. No
Yeah,
second
Sammy's
opportunity.
not a good enough shooter to just beat a goalie like that.
Yeah, he usually needs the screen. Of course, every time you say that, somebody brings up game 82. And it's like, it's 4 years ago, guys.
Everybody scores a good one on occasion.
Yeah,
right?
right.
Like,
It's like, yeah, we didn't say it was impossible. Oh, man. That's just bleh.
I mean, this really has not been a bad period at all for Arizona.
No.
I mean, they've won the period.
Yep.
It's 1-0, and the thing that you lament is the 2-minute 5-on-3 that they got basically nothing on.
Yeah. If they lose this game, that's the one you look at where they score there.
Oh my gosh.
It's just a little sloppy tonight,
Dude.
isn't it?
especially for Devon.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Taze.
He
He's
is just
floppy
been
tonight.
so ugly.
Make a play, Mac.
Oh,
He kept it. He kept it.
Berkey gets leaned on and falls apart.
I mean, it's Berkey. What do you expect? Oh, Mac.
jeez.
It's a good little shift you were working there. Now it's dead. Oh, great thought. I love that play. It just didn't quite work for Arizona.
Jesus.
What was that shift for 29?
It felt like a long one, but I don't know.
Scuba Steve.
This was almost an unreal pass.
Who is net?
Taze.
Oh, it's Ilya Lyubushkin net front coming in. You're safe.
Schmoltz tries to hit him, and Taves just able to get the stick on it.
Yeah, notice Schmaltz with nobody around him and
Looks pretty
25
good.
feet of
Yeah.
of open ice. He'll make a nice play.
Ooh.
Oh,
my! What in the
Wow.
world,
How
dude?
does that not go in? That must have hit the post.
That's 2 solid posts now.
Shoo.
For the Avs.
Show
Right
the
at the
post
buzzer.
some loves. Show the post some
Wow.
loves, Prosvitev.
Yeah, it'll make you a quirky hero like it did for Fleury.
Oh, clean off the post too.
Didn't see it.
Yep.
That's all it got.
Solid post and then just trickles in behind him. Yeah, look at off the pad and then just rolls out the far side.
Good Lord, that's a good
Jesus.
break.
Wow, they're going to the locker room tied after 2. I wouldn't have picked this one.
And yet
Actually, I
here we
didn't
are.
pick this one on your favorite, easiest sportsbook app, the DraftKings Sportsbook app.
Yeah, your DraftKings, DraftKings wallet needs Arizona to lose this one, maybe.
Yeah. Wow, I didn't see this coming.
I'm here for it. I would much rather be here watching along a good game than a bad one.
Yeah.
We've like 4 of the 5 watch alongs we've done this season have ended up being like 7-3 blowouts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the third period of the game, we're just talking about random, unrelated hockey things.
Leading time.
Yep.
Yeah, we have plenty of post-game shows doing the same thing. Okay, I'll be back. How do you kick me out? Like, how do I get out of the room? Like, how do you do that, Rudo?
Yeah, just say "yeah" here, kick me out, and then this happens, and you can go.
Now we've got all these Arizona people hanging out with 2 people they don't know.
Yeah, right. They never
Hi,
seen us
Dan.
before in their life.
Yeah. This is the thing about these games, though. This is a good reminder that the NHL is hard to win games, and
The worst team in the league and the best team in the league, the gap really isn't that big.
I mean, it's big, but it's not so big that this is like
Look,
the easiest layup in the world.
The way I put it is, this is why you play 7-game series in the playoffs, because in a 7-game series, the best team will shine through. But in any one game, anybody can win.
Yeah, anything can happen. You can outshoot a team heavily like the Avs are right now, and it just doesn't matter.
Yep. Exactly right. That's I mean
at 5v5 right now, you're looking at
the Avs are going to be dominant.
43-24 in Corsi, 25-16 shots on goal, 21-7 scoring chances, 12-3 in high danger chances. Like, it's just how it is.
The difference in this game is special teams. I know Arizona didn't score on that 5-on-3, but Arizona has a shorthanded goal.
Yeah,
and true. That's it.
That's 1-0.
Yep,
that's the difference. Oh, they did not give Maltsev an assist on the Jost goal. They just gave it to McDermott.
They've been pretty generous this year with giving those out.
I mean, Maltsev made a...
Yeah, like I'm assuming he made the play, but it hit off like the defenseman's stick, right? But
I mean, it should still be, unless
It wasn't
unless-
clean possession for sure.
exactly,
yeah.
unless it was clean possession, it should still be an assist. See Matt Boldy doing his thing for Minnesota. It's happening.
Yeah, you've been waiting on that one for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a.
Look, all right, Arizona fans, get used to our faces. You're going to see us with your draft content. That's all I'm going to say.
I sure hope so.
It's true.
Yep.
You saw AJ on the PHNX preseason. You saw Jesse yesterday if you watched the PHNX show.
Yeah, Jesse is not here at the moment.
No, he's on his way to Arizona right now. So yeah, poor Connor Timmins, man. That poor kid.
I can't even talk about it. Seriously, I can't.
I believe it. Ooh,
I don't know
Minnesota.
who's
bombed
not
in.
shooting.
Yeah, I feel like the Avs are shooting okay.
Yeah, they've got 33 shots on goal through 2 periods.
You could maybe argue a little bit of a lack of quality opportunities on the power play, but other than that,
Yeah, they have 21 scoring chances and 12 high danger chances at 5v5. If you switch it to all situations, it's 23 scoring chances and 14 high danger chances.
not bad.
They're doing plenty of shooting. They just haven't done the scoring yet.
You got to finish. That's the name of the game.
I mean, you look at it like Nichushkin hits the inside of a post. Eric Johnson hits that post at the very end. You also have JT Comfort misses the open net on the back
Yeah,
door.
that should have been a
Like
goal.
4
for
seconds
sure.
into the
Yeah.
game, you know, like it's
There have been some quality opportunities missed. All right,
Yeah.
we got a Blues fan wearing Yotes gear cheering for the Avs in the chat.
yeah.
What is this? What is this, Nighthawk? The Avs, Emilio, the Avs have actually had fairly consistent bad luck with concussion problems over the course of the last decade. You
Yeah.
have guys like Joey Hishin, Jesse Winchester. You go back far enough, Peter Mueller.
Yeah.
It's been a problem for the Avs for a long time.
They haven't really ever, like, Connor Timmins was good luck in that he got healthy.
Yeah, he figured it out.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Joey Hishin's whole career was ruined because of it. Jesse Winchester's career ended because of it.
Yep.
Mueller's career ended because of it. Calvert's career ended because of a back injury.
I mean, there were a lot of
Yeah,
Calvert
like
was having a lot of
Calvert's
problems
body
at
was
the end
beat to
there.
shit by
Yeah.
the end of it.
Yeah, Ryan Wilson had injury problems too.
Yeah, I forgot about Ryan Wilson. He had concussion issues as well.
He at least, went on to continue his career in Europe. But
Yeah, and then Mikko Rantanen moved into his house in Mikko's rookie year.
yeah.
And Ryan Wilson left a bunch of his old suits behind.
Oh, really?
And Rantanen tried to wear one of them to a team function once upon a time.
How'd that work out for him?
And it was obviously too small for him, so everybody made fun of Mikko. And now Mikko got hazed and razzed by the teammates so badly that now he has like a personal stylist.
Collection of suits. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, all right, that's never happening again.
Yeah, Deadmarsh's concussion issues didn't really get bad until after when he went to LA, but
yeah. I mean, he was a coach for the Avs, and he had to stop coaching because of post-concussion syndrome
Yep.
causing him so many problems.
Not concussions with Colin Wilson either, but yeah, career essentially ended the injury also.
Yeah, his and another one that ended with a hip injury.
Yep. So, unfortunately, all too common in the NHL when it comes to injuries.
Yeah, every franchise has those injuries, but the Avs have had weird bad luck with the concussions in particular.
Yep. I mean, Steve Moore is a completely different case, right? Like, that's a very specific situation.
Like most of the concussions are like look at the last hit that Byram took that gave him a concussion. Like none of them have really
been egregious.
Yeah, none of like even with the Kolasar hit, like him leaving his feet is the thing you don't love. But in terms of like bad hits, hasn't really been that way.
The worst hit in recent memory on Av is maybe Lindgren on Donskoy. Or depending on how you feel about the Trouba hit on Mac, but
I think the Brendan Lemieux hit that he got suspended for on Donskoy in the last game before the shutdown.
Yeah, that one was bad too.
That was nasty, man.
That's the blindside cutting across shit that the NHL just doesn't tolerate.
Yeah. I mean, that was the Kadri on Justin Falk. Like,
yep, same exact type of thing. The hit on McDonald was clean, man. I had zero problems with the way the hit on McDonald was laid.
Same. You're not gonna ever convince me that that's a dirty hit.
He's back.
Yeah, I had to do some housekeeping. Got to get ready for our show too.
Petey, we're talking about it. How do you feel about head hits in the NHL and where it's at right now?
Yeah, I'm one of the. I don't like
opinion. Here it comes.
I don't like the danger of the game. I think the game's too fast. It's too dangerous. It is in this. It's a league that's for the star players, and it should be for the star players. They're trying to promote the star players. You have to be more severe on head hit penalties, head hit calls. I'm not a proponent. This is a really unpopular. I don't like staged fights. I don't like the guys. I know the crowd all stands up, beats the glass. Don't have any more stage fights off draws. Somebody's going to get hurt, hit their head on the ice. They need to be tougher on head hits. Period.
I did not think I was going to hear Petey preach to the choir on
this
one. I was gearing up for a fight here, but Petey, we agree 100%. We're with you.
Basically, word for word, described how we feel about this stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
So much for that. Yeah, and there are a lot of people that in the game that think that that's part of the game, and you need it to be tough, and you need Tom Wilsons, and I just don't. I just don't.
It's not the Tom Wilsons I mind; it's the Zach Ronaldos.
Fair.
They're out there to do one thing. At least Tom Wilson is a skilled hockey player, right?
Yep. Tom Wilson does a lot of things other than the physical aspect of the game. Zach Ronaldo doesn't.
Beautiful shot of downtown Denver. That's what I miss. That's what I miss about my old job is I like being at home. It's all great, but I just miss seeing some of these great cities. And Denver is one of them. The great city to go to.
I agree.
Not Nashville. It's not Nashville. It's not Vancouver, but it's a good city.
I can live without Nashville. Vancouver, very nice.
I am so blown away at how people are so in love with Nashville, which is like, I've been there a bunch. It's fine. I've enjoyed my time there. You don't
need to rush back and see it again.
I don't see where people get. Maybe I'm colored on it because I know how many of the players absolutely hate it. But
well, I enjoyed it. I was one of the few. Then I had a good time. I'll put it in my top 3.
I mean, Broadway's a good time if you've never done it. And then once you do it, it's kind of like, yeah, that was awesome.
I'll do it 3 nights in a row on a 4-day trip, AJ.
Oh my gosh.
Give me Tootsies, give me Legends, stage. I'm in. Just make sure I show up to work on time.
Oh my.
Why do Nashville when you can do Vegas now?
Yeah, that's true. Clearly, there is literally no. But it came at league, and then the bubble, and then it didn't. Like, how many times did I actually get to go to Vegas for that? Remember their home record that first year? Almost unfair.
They were unreal.
I mean, you remember the conversation around the Vegas flu?
Yeah.
It is so true, though. Can you imagine sitting in your hotel room and then you open up your window and look out and go, "Why am I in bed?"
Yeah,
no one else is in bed.
You're like, I'm 25. I'm a relatively attractive individual. I have a lot of money.
Yeah, why am I sleeping?
Vegas. Why am I
HBO
in my room? Like, no.
Exactly.
Look,
I've
done a lot of dumb things in my life. The only place I've ever had someone walk down the street that I don't know past me and go, "Coke and weed? Got coke and weed?" is Vegas. So
you can get in a little trouble in Las Vegas. This is a true story.
Yeah.
So they came by their home record, honestly. There's no question about it. It was tough. And you know what? Teams you started seeing staying farther from the strip, you get them out at the Red Rock that's a little bit farther away, or once you made your second or third pass through the city, you're going, okay, we've done it.
Oh my God, Red Rock. Red Rock's the hotel that I had some drunken encounters.
Oh boy.
With Abs personnel.
Oh boy.
Back in the day.
Oh boy.
Were you at the rookie tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right across the street. Easy walk.
Yeah, that was a really fun night. If Spencer's in the chat, he was there that night. That was fun. We had a fun night that night.
We were there together then, AJ, because I had a drunken encounter with a few of the Abs staff members as well in the back bar, the very back bar of the Red Rock.
So you guys met each other, but we're just
we
too
probably
drunk to remember.
Did.
I got
it.
Okay.
Dude, it's possible. That was a fun night, and we did a lot. I put a lot of things in my body that night. So there were some choices that got made, and
PHNX out of context quotes. Out of context quotes.
Yeah, it's after dark.
It is Coyotes After Dark. You should tune in.
Yeah, no, Eddie, it was not the time that I fought a dude at the Vegas game. I went to that game as a fan.
Yeah, that's one thing you've never heard me say. I fought a guy at. No, never said that.
It was not like it was just they were over me. I hadn't been to a game for fun. It was a preseason game. I hadn't been to a game for fun in a really long time. It was the first time that the Avs in Vegas played in the preseason. I was out there entirely just for funsies. And I got really, really drunk at the game and was just being an asshole about it. And like I'm a pretty introverted dude, but when I get lit up and I get going, it's hard to stop that train. And that was a night. Oh my God.
Again, you're not the only guy in Vegas that has that similar.
Oh yeah.
So you're
and like it's funny because like I'm not like I don't want to go out and socialize very often. I don't go to the bar and drink. Like we have our own bar. How often do I ever drink there? Almost.
Yeah, I'm the drinker on the pod. Everybody knows.
So Rudo, you're the drinker on the pod. So you go to a bar, you work in a bar, you talk in a bar about sports in a bar.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not drinking, not frowned upon, I'm assuming.
No. As long as you're okay with like 30% of the chat thinking you're an alcoholic, you're good to go.
Oh, buddy.
Some nights that he doesn't do anything, and it's like, oh, we've got Bruto out here again, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, we're 30 games in. I got that covered on our beat. Not a problem.
Checking boxes.
If you want to drink. That's the way I do it, at least.
Yeah, it's not my thing, but when I go to Vegas, I don't hold back. It's all hands on deck.
AJ's like, I don't drink until like the night he decides to drink, and then he drinks.
Yeah. Yeah, I can still do one or two when I'm sitting around the barbecue grill. I can still do that, but I'm all on board for 8 or 9 or 10 also.
You got to pick your spots, but yeah.
Yeah, not with a microphone in front of me, though. I'm trying to be a little bit more responsible because I'd like to keep this job a little bit longer. That would be really nice. So it is probably time, though. It's the third period, so I'll start.
There you go. Crack one. Don't let me drink alone for any longer.
See, and I brought a cooler.
You got a whole cooler in there.
I've been banging it around here.
Yeah, I have been drunk on the pod before. before, and it has not gone great.
I mean, we did like one proper drunk show last year.
I mean, this year, the Seattle game, that watch along,
You were pretty good. Yeah, you were pretty good on that one.
I was several drinks deep when that game finished, and I just couldn't stop giggling about Grubauer and his contract and how bad he is.
Look, the game got out of control, so we got out of control.
Yeah,
all
that
right?
was kind of my attitude. Yeah, and when Allie's around, she doesn't ever let me have any fun.
True.
She crashes the
She's
party.
the fun police?
Definitely
like-
the fun police.
She's like, AJ, don't have any fun.
I tried to do a Manscaped read, and she's like, no.
Yeah.
I
She
miss
gives-
the Manscaped reads. We had a month of Manscaped. I'd spend an hour and a half writing my Manscaped reads. Like I had stories on my Manscaped. I had themes. It's all over.
I don't, PD, I would come up with them on the spot, man. I don't relate.
I love that Allie's in the chat just like taking shots from us that are not remotely true. We're like, oh, she's the fun police. She doesn't let us do anything. And it's the exact opposite.
Okay. See, Ellie, I don't know. Like, you're always extremely professional in any of my interactions with you at PHNX Studios. So if you are fun, I missed it.
Yeah, I was definitely
Look at
very
that.
scared those couple
Look at
days.
Phil the
Oh,
Thrill.
no.
God.
Oh, no.
Look at Phil the Thrill.
Oh my god.
Phil the Thrill. Did you
Very
see that
bad.
move?
Yeah, can we get a save? Like,
Phil the Thrill to the ghost.
good
Couple
Lord,
of veteran
Frankie.
NHLers.
Clean loss. Kessel almost loses it, but managed to fight it off.
Yeah,
And then
I
just
mean that's such
dangles
an
the
awesome play from him.
shit out of him. And then
But this is
ghost
just so bad.
finishes.
That's so bad from Francois.
I don't disagree.
All right, well, I guess we don't have to have that Frankie's gonna push Kemper conversation.
Yep,
today.
that's not happening. Go ahead and put that in the bag.
Yeah, kill that graphic for the post game. Wow. 3-2 Yotes. Oh boy.
We'll see how they respond to this. The Evs,
This has kind of been par for the course for them lately.
this is the 7th straight game now that they've trailed,
Yep.
Yeah, what was it? Leafs 4-1? Yeah, 4-1
and
third.
now it's tied
Oh,
again.
Okay.
Oh,
All
That's
right.
what I wanted to know. How do you respond to
Hi.
it?
Hello.
Is this have the Avs gotten to the asphyxiation part of their hockey playing lives where that's the only way that they can get up for things anymore is to go to the extremes?
All right. I thought you were
They've got to be losing to the Coyotes
Wow.
for them to really get into it.
Avalanche after dark.
did not think autoerotic asphyxiation was
No, I
going to come
didn't
up on
either.
today's show. I'm not
Taking the
gonna
belt to
lie
the
to you.
closet.
What a
Jesus.
shot by Berkey.
You
What a
need to
shot.
start drinking to get there.
Wow.
That's Burakovsky at his best right there when he scores
That's a hell of
goals
a
like
shot.
that.
Yeah, that's nasty. I mean, he had the one against Nashville too. This is the thing: is that he'll go 4 games,
Yep.
and we'll talk about how he's a total Casper, and then he'll show up and he'll do shit like that, and you're like, you got to keep him.
This is why you live with it.
Yep. Ooh, this is not great.
Well, they got Schmoltz back with Keller.
Is
So
that
they
the
have Schmoltz
save?
playing fourth
Yeah,
line.
that's the save.
That's the save they
That's
needed.
the save.
Yeah.
Dzingel with 2 against the Leafs the other night.
I've always really liked Ryan Dzingel.
Yeah, he's an unheralded guy, but he works hard, drives the net, he's fast enough.
Yeah, and he's all three forward positions. He's played all of them in his career. I love that kind of versatility, and if you put a guy like that in your bottom 6,
You're a good
It's-
hockey team.
it's just like you can cause, or you could solve so many different lineup issues that
Yeah.
may pop up
He's-
on you with a guy
He's
like
the
that.
good version of JT Comper.
No, I don't. I think they're statistically, I think their profiles are actually pretty similar, where they're not great analytically.
Right. But they have the versatility to play any
Right.
forward
And
position.
they've kind of done it all, and their coaches love them more than the on ice results do.
Jesus.
Avs still looking pretty shaky in the D zone right now.
Yeah, they don't look comfortable managing with a puck at all.
It's not a good keep. Good DJ. All right.
Yeah.
All right. You should be safe here.
Nope. Sam
Oh
Girard,
my
not
God,
gonna-
Sammy, go get the puck, bud.
dude, he's just not played well tonight.
Okay.
Ooh.
Avs kind of just keep getting away with it here.
Oh my God. There's a guy who's gotten real quiet recently in Logan O'Connor.
Yeah, he has not done much in the past 5-6 games.
Like the Anaheim game-winning goal is kind of like the thing that he's done since the return from the pause.
And that was more McKinnon, let's
That
be
was
honest.
well, and that was the first game.
Yep.
Oh, jeez. I was having a hard time getting out of their zone right now.
Yeah,
Their puck management is bad.
Their defensive puck management is really a problem. It's cropped up a little bit too often for them. Okay, that's not how you spell suffocated, but good job.
Yeah. Not suffocated, just choked a little bit.
There you go. Look, the Avs are a sub.
Cool.
It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Wow. I'm like the American League guy that just got called up to the National League and just kind of, this is what I figured out what it's about. Like I'm kind of getting a taste of the big leagues right now. I'm getting taken to the dark side.
This is like the National League in the 70s when they would bring all the beer on the team bus. All right?
Yeah, when who was it for the Pirates that did a bunch of acid and then threw a no-hitter in San Diego?
Oh yeah, Bob Feller?
No.
No. It was I know who you're talking about.
They do have Google here, Rudolph. You can go to that if you need to.
Google's for the week. All right,
it's Doc Ellis.
So now I'm gonna go back to our show, the American League. After this, do you know what they do up there? Asphyxiation, acid, and drinking. We're gonna be like wide-eyed little kids at high school.
Oh, jeez.
Exactly. It's an eye opener for sure.
Did he just straight up fall down?
Yeah, what was Jeff doing there? I don't know.
That was fun.
Oh no. Again, as a Coyote fan, any game where you're tied in the third period, this is a win. Like we don't want to win the game. Like we want you to win the game.
Yep.
Montreal is ahead of us now. Well,
kept it interesting. Now go score on us.
Exactly. Yeah. Keep it close. We're in it. We watched until the third period.
Please
go
find
ahead.
a way.
We do not want these points. We want Shane Wright. We don't want this game is literally meaningless.
Mac going man mode here. Nothing really going to come of it.
No. See, there's no Connor Garland anymore, so there's nobody for Mac to bully.
True, we can't throw a helmet at anybody.
Throw a helmet at him. Yeah. Ooh.
Landeskog too, because that was Landy picked him up last year and threw him down.
Yeah, he choke slammed him a little bit, didn't he?
Telling you, they're into choking. It explains all the Game 7 problems.
Oh, Jesus.
Clearly, management does not listen to your show, AJ.
I don't think they listen to the watch alongs, at least.
Who was that hit? Is that McCarr?
Yep. Oh. He'll throw the body. He will.
Oh, yeah, he will.
Wow.
He's when McCarr wants to.
Well, he's physically big enough to. He should. Like when he get a couple more years under his belt, can you imagine what this player is going to be like? Wow.
This is what I've been saying since he was 18. Just wait till he's 24 and he's fully filled out physically and
already elite.
Are there any intriguing prospects from Arizona you like to follow or watch when you can? I know you do here.
Well, it depends. If you're looking at the guys that are still, I mean, we have some American League kids like Matthias Michelli, who I think is going to be a player. He's fun to watch.
What a year he's had.
Yeah, he's for real. I think Ivan Prosvetov, the goalie that we're seeing tonight, I think a couple of years away. But, if you get outside the American League and you're looking at prospects that are in juniors right now, there's one, and it's Dylan Guenther. And it's pretty thin right now, and that's why the need for all these draft picks. You have John Chaika, the former GM, lost valuable draft picks in high spots, and that really emptied the cupboards. It was really hard. So 8 picks in the next, the top 2 rounds next year to fill those roles, because there just isn't that guy other than Dylan Guenther. And he's having a great year in the Western League, and he can score, and he's a really nice player. I don't know if the Coyotes need a center iceman desperately. They need a center iceman for a very long time. And Guenther plays on the wing, and he's not the guy.
Love in the chat. Don't
lot
let
of Josh
AJ crush
Doan
your
love.
dreams, because AJ
Josh
will
Doan-
crush your dreams on this one.
Josh Doan is rookie leader in the NCAA scoring. Josh is a real competitive kid. He's got a little ways to go right now. Like, he's in the right place at the right time. He's at ASU and going to school at NCAA. Like, he's going to have to mature a little bit more as a player. Smart player, really smart player.
He's
But
a try hard.
Yeah, he's got.
He's
I'm
got
not
the
saying it's
Doan
not
blood
there.
in him.
It's just going to take a little time for him. He needs the time at the NCAA level right now.
No.
Like, he's in the right spot, and you never know. Like, he offensively, he contributes.
Kale,
Shoot
the puck.
it.
Oh my God, why make that pass from there?
You've got 4,000 goals this year. Shoot it.
See, this is what we talked about. They're
that's
trying to make that
tripping.
extra play.
Yep, they called it. Yeah, Ryan Murray being injured is maybe the least surprising injury in the history of the Avalanche.
I tell you what, I'd call back up Justin Barron.
I mean, what other options do they really have? I guess they could put McDermott back at D, but that'd be a disaster.
I bet you that's what they
I'm
do.
sure that's what they'll do.
How
but
far away is Byram?
Nobody knows.
He left the team for personal reasons the other day, so right now there's no timeline. We don't know.
Gotcha.
He's
He was fun
got
to
to
watch.
figure out what he wants to do and how he wants to approach this, because the in the lineup and out of the lineup, and I feel good today but not today, and it was just he was not nailing it.
It's too inconsistent. Yeah.
The tools are there, though, aren't they? In the toolbox?
Oh my God, he's a monster.
Star in the making if he gets healthy. No doubt about it.
Some of the games that he's had, holy crap. So talented and so confident, and just a really, really, really special talent when he feels good and he's going right. And even his poorer games are like, okay, well, he didn't do a lot tonight, but there's not a bunch of major mistakes, and he's not out there killing you.
How far away? When did Landeskog land on the COVID-19 list?
Sunday. So
He's
this should
available to be back for tomorrow's game,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah.
he was asymptomatic, so he just has to test out at this point.
So there is a possibility could see him tomorrow.
In theory.
That doesn't make it any easier. Although, when do they play next? We talked about their schedule, but I don't know when the date was. Was it Tuesday?
Monday
Oh,
after.
Monday day against Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe
Okay.
you let him. I don't know if he's got symptoms or if he's, take that extra day and skip the trip to Arizona and have him ready for.
The Avs err on the side of caution
Makes sense though, right?
almost
With
all the time. So
The Wild are coming.
I
That's a
would
big
say he
game.
probably doesn't play tomorrow, and
doesn't
McDonald's
play.
not even skating yet.
Yeah. He's in the gym allegedly, but
Yeah.
he's not practicing with the team or anything.
He's not resumed skating yet, so McDonald is still a no timeline there. All right, now
Come
shoot
on.
it.
Yeah, this is where you win the hockey game. Is a
Yeah,
power
but here it
play
is
like
again.
this. Or
Where
lose
they
the
win the
hockey
hockey
game.
game.
Maybe lose
Good.
the hockey game. Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Nice play, McCarr. This moving McKinnon around is pissing me off.
It's
just-
kind of awkward, isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, it's just nothing dangerous ever happens, and he defends himself better than anybody.
Does McCarr get a piece of that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Foot?
got it with his
Wow.
with his foot.
Yeah, you guys are a lot younger. You can see that far. I can't see. I can't tell if it hit him or not. That's a hell of a play.
It's
Yeah.
It's one of those interesting things where we're all old enough that we grew up with non-HD television, and
God, right?
watching hockey on non-HD television, I feel like it taught me how to watch hockey a lot better, because you have to understand the game and where the puck's going, because you just can't see it.
Can't see it.
Yeah.
It is amazing. You're right. When you go back and watch it, like, I don't know if you've noticed on the ESPN Plus, you can go back and watch games from the 70s.
Yeah.
They're there and available. And I did the other day just to listen to Bob Cole call a game. And you're like, oh my God, how did we watch this? Like, you can't see anything. We're so spoiled right now. Got my 85-inch Super 4K. I don't,
Yep.
but I just said that for the show. But you can see their sweat. Like, it's unbelievable. And we're so spoiled.
Dude.
It's
Oh
so
my
bad.
God, you're on the wrong side.
McKinnon, do you want to act like you fucking give a shit about any of this
He's
at any
straight up
point?
AFK'd on that puck.
Good God, man.
That's Andrew Ladd, a guy that shouldn't have been in the league. Coyotes got him for a draft pick. They took him for a draft pick.
Just
They didn't trade a draft pick for him. They got a draft pick and Ladd for nothing. Nothing went back the other way. Wow. And that is a true story. Ladd and a draft pick for nothing.
Gostisbehere was the same, wasn't it? It was
he came. Yeah, there were so many like Stralman. Stralman is a similar deal. I tell you what, Bill Armstrong was able to pull some bad contracts out of a lot of teams to get those draft picks.
Isn't that how they got Kolyachonic?
I
thought that
out
was
of Florida.
the
Yeah, he was with the Stralman deal.
Yeah.
Yep, out of Florida. You're right. And I like him. I think he's going to be a good player. He's 20. He's not ready for this yet.
Oh, the JT comfort zone entry.
Yeah, this power play.
It's bad.
Has not yielded the opportunities you were hoping for.
It's the type of opportunity you can bury a game with, and instead, the Avs have been a disaster.
Yeah, I mean, the Coyotes are outscoring the Avs on the Avs power plays. Yep. Right now, it's a difference in the game, right?
Yep.
It's a tie game because they have a shorty.
Whoops. Dyson Mayo, another kid, started off in the American League, was penciled to play there all year, and then Timmins gets hurt, and Chicken gets hurt, and now he's played 29 games.
Really? That was really blatant holding of the
on
stick.
Comfort stick there, yeah.
Here they go again.
Oh my God, Johnson & Johnson, I do not trust you two.
They would put it in their own net. They would.
That I fully expected that drop pass from EJ to have some spice on it.
Just to go hard back towards the net, yeah.
Yep. 100%.
They touched that, yeah. Okay. There you go. Perfect.
There you go.
It's the type of graphics we're looking for.
Yeah. That's your producer on his toes, though. Getting it done in-game production. That's phenomenal. See, we do all ours. That's why I had to take that phone call. We had to chat. Like, you guys got your king of the game yet? When are you going to build that? Like, we got your thumbnails, your king of the game.
No. We give Yahir our king of the game 30 seconds before we go live.
Yeah.
And we tell him.
We do it in our third segment on our post-game show. He's got to spend the first two making it.
Do you guys do yours by periods? This is our first period. Do you name your segments?
Yeah. Period 1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
We're not there yet. We're still. You got to walk before you can run. We're not there to naming segments yet.
We got to name more segments. That's what they want us to do. So
yeah,
we're getting bits. We got bits. We're getting there.
Let's trade. I'll take. Almost, Mac. I'll take your bits, and you can have our periods.
Again, see, that's out of context quotes. Yeah.
Watch along after dark.
Yeah.
Coyotes watch along after dark. I don't know what we're gonna do. Is your game at 2:00 on Monday?
I think
1 p.m. Mountain.
Yeah.
What the hell? Ours is at 2. What the hell is that show gonna look like? Drive time on a Monday.
Yeah. That's the one nobody shows up for.
Yep. The bar will be open, and I'm like,
two people here. Yeah,
it should be open and all, but not a lot of expectations here.
Yeah, so you might do that one from home.
No,
we'll probably be there, or I'll be there at least.
Yeah, that'll depend on how I feel on Monday. We'll see.
All right, this power play's been a little better.
I mean, the possession's been there, but they haven't created anything dangerous yet.
Oh, no, second guy gets the poke in on Mac.
That's what they should be doing right now. If I'm the Avs, it's one and done. It's back to Makar, and everybody get to the net.
Just get pucks to it, yeah.
Right now, you have to. There you go. You just got to start shooting.
Yeah, that's a good save. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
That's a good save, man.
We got to start shooting.
But why did it take 45 seconds to generate that?
29's been stick handling in a phone booth for the last 2 minutes. Like, what'd you get? Like, shoot.
Welcome to the watching Nathan McKinnon every night is frustrating because he's incredibly talented, but when he gets really cute and he overdoes it, fuck, it's annoying.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that, especially with that stick handling. He's stick handling, not trying to beat anyone. You're like
Yeah.
the reason you stick handle is to beat an opponent.
He's not accomplishing anything. It's what we talk about all the time with what's dangerous about this. What are they trying to create? What is the goal here? What are you doing that's actually stressing the other team?
It's one of those things too, though, where you see those chances and you're begging him to shoot, and then you check the box score at the end of the night, and he's got 9 shots on goal, and you're like, well,
yeah, you're right.
You're just like, okay, what the hell?
Yeah, and I'm not. Listen, I'm a huge Nathan McKinnon fan. I think he's an unbelievable player. He's top when he's on his game. He's top 3 in the league, and top 2 probably. And argue some nights he's the best player in the league. So they're just you get so nitpicky when you have that much skill and that much talent. You want him to do more.
Definitely.
Yeah, and when you see him every night, and you start picking at body language, and you're like, oh, his effort right here is what I don't want, and it's just like,
everyone's turnovers are tracked. It's just that it's not tracked particularly accurately.
Yeah.
And
what's a turnover versus a giveaway?
Yeah.
Or a takeaway versus a giveaway. Yeah.
You guys have argued about those stats forever, right? Like those are stats that coaching staffs don't believe in.
We don't believe in give takeaway. We don't believe in those.
Yeah. We did everything ourselves by hand. Rewatch, do it by hand, grade everybody on their turnovers and giveaways because you can't. We watch a game. Guy passes it from behind his defenseman passes it from behind his own net to the slot to an opposing player who scores and he doesn't get a turnover.
Yeah, and that's a disaster of a play compared to some neutral zone tie-up battle that maybe he loses or whatever.
Correct. Yeah. And so I always thought the turnover stat was by the letter of the law, but what the league says a turnover is, you're right. That the defending player needs to have some influence on that to make it become a turnover. But that's not what a turnover is. Like we watch the game, if you pass it to the opposing player, it's a turnover. It just changed the stat, changed the parameters.
That Taze shot just sent to the moon. No, you're good.
Missed it.
No, it was terrible. Yeah.
Again, at this point of the game, everything's got to be on net. It's got to hit the net. I don't care if it's a muffin. It's got to hit the net. You can't generate that second opportunity unless you hit the net.
Man, botches that knockdown with his hand too. It really has been a bad night for Taze.
Yeah, this is the worst we've seen him play all year.
You're under 7 minutes now in a tie game against this hockey team. I know you've outshot him 2-1, but it's still that you cannot make a mistake right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can't leave this up to an empty goalie trying to catch up on a 4-3 deficit by a mistake.
Yep. I mean, you're also 0 for 5 on the power play. Like you've had your chances.
You're negative 1 for 5.
Oh.
Yeah, you've just fucking eaten this in this.
And
game.
we just had another missed net. Like hit the net.
Well high.
Yeah.
Picking corners is great. Picking corners is great, but that leads. Not only did he miss the net, the puck's outside the blue line. Now you have no more offensive zone possession.
See, Berkey hitting the net is the weird thing.
He's the guy who's usually sailing it out of the zone.
Yeah, but again, you're trying to pick corners. Don't pick corners now. Get the puck at the net against a 20-year-old goalie that's played 2 games.
This guy's playing his second NHL game. Just throw pucks at him. Yeah.
Throw pucks at the net. Man.
Didn't Prosvetov make his NHL debut against the Avs in a relief appearance?
Yes, he did.
So, yeah.
2 years ago?
Thought so.
This is only his second game of the year this year, but he's played 5 or 6 total. And this for the Coyotes, this is already a win. So they're not grabbing their sticks tight. This is a win. They're playing the Avalanche 3-3, 5 minutes left in the game. This is the win. Yep. There's no pressure on this Coyote team at all. The Avs are there going like they're fired up on the bench, like they're calling guys out. Like this is going to get interesting to see how this team responds. I haven't seen the Avs play much this year, and so I've been really excited to see what they have. And I tell you what, it's a really good hockey team, but when they dominated this Coyote team 7-1, they were better. They played better than this.
They don't look like that. Yeah, right.
I would bet all $7 in my bank account that they play better tomorrow. A lot better tomorrow.
I think they probably do. Justin Barron has an assist tonight for the Eagles, by the way.
Big shock.
Now, to be fair, Jordan Gross has 3.
Dude rules.
Jordan Gross?
Yeah.
Former
Jordan
Yote.
Gross.
I love him.
really like him as an AHL player.
I do a
The
lot.
The poor man's Tyson Berry thing is the perfect job for him.
Yeah, he played too many games that year for the Oats, but I really do like him in the American League. He's a leader. He can make plays. God, that's a bad goal.
Yeah, that goal's so bad.
I know we're getting a different replay than AJ, but they got the Keller goal from the first. That's a tough goal, man.
Is it? It's good for Arizona, I guess. Not if you're trying to win or lose, but
Rudo, how many monitors do you have in front of you right now? Come on, seriously?
Yep. 4. And the laptop behind me there.
Jesus. You're looking all over and you got all the stats at your fingertips. I know you can't memorize all that shit. There's no way.
No, you gotta have the extra monitors.
I had 2 and I was kind of happy about it. I gotta get the third one hooked up.
4 is overkill. 3's the right number for me.
Yeah, I think 3 is the right number too. I'm on it. I'm on it now. I'm sure you charge that to the company.
No, I wish.
Yeah, I've seen that budget. And hard no.
Don't ask how much I paid for a graphics card the other week.
So you're a gamer too, Rudo?
Oh yeah, big time.
And thus the
Rudo and
four
I just
monitors.
spent 7 hours gaming the other day.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, the two of us did.
I honestly don't even know how to unpack that one. 7 hours gaming. Really?
That's not even that. We took multiple breaks, all right? It wasn't even like a marathon session.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, that's an adult gaming session.
Jesus, I guess. I gotta go back to Pac-Man back in the 80s. Maybe Pitfall. Might have been Pitfall before the joystick broke. But...
I knew everybody was gonna want to know about that card. Anybody that knows anything about graphics cards right now is like, you did what? You could find one?
Yeah, I got a 3070 Ti from Micro Center. Shout out to Anime and a couple other people telling me to go check Micro Center around 2 p.m. And they get their stock in.
Sorry, can you tell me one more time what you just got rid of? What was it?
A 3070 Ti. Yes.
Yeah, I've been looking for those for Christmas. Santa didn't come through for me. No idea what you're talking about.
Santa's like the rest of the world and can't find a good graphics card.
Can't find a good graphics card. Isn't that
bang for your buck? You're just as good getting coal in your stocking, all right?
Yeah, what you paid for that is like.
Can't get a good graphics card these days. First world problems, Rudo. I like it.
Look, sometimes you got to bite the bullet when you're rendering video, all right? You need the power.
I hear you, man.
Did Miko and Berkey just straight up run into each other?
If only because nobody realized Miko had been on the ice at all in this game.
That's a nice play.
Just kidding. I think he has a goal tonight. Being a dick about it. This is a game where your best players should drop the hammer and they haven't.
Yeah.
Like right now.
Just finish the game right here. Yeah. I had a 1660 before, so I had to upgrade it. It had to be done.
I don't know what I have. I don't know. On our show we say HK, but who cares? I don't know what I have because I don't need to render any video and I clearly don't game, so I can see you guys, so it must be doing something right.
Yeah, you got all you need then.
I'll have to find out what it is. Now I've got to find out what kind of graphics card I have.
Do you even have one? That's the big question.
Yeah,
that is a huge.
It's going to be on board.
Integrated, probably. Yeah, that's off.
3 minutes left in the game. Man. So every offensive draw, they're throwing those guys over the boards, right? Has to be.
How about this, Petey? 3 minutes left, 3-3 game. Ignoring Arizona trying to actively lose, are you a get the point type of guy, or are you trying to win this in regulation?
Oh, yeah. As an Arizona Coyotes coach, get the point. You're in ball center right now. You get the point. 100% get the point. Even if you're in a playoff spot, you get the point.
They should 100% change the name of that arena to Ball Center.
The Ball
Did I
Center.
just say Ball Center?
Fucking love it.
It's Ball Arena. You were close.
Ball Center.
I love Ball Center, though.
Ball Center is better than Ball Arena. I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. I was a Pepsi Center guy, so I can't.
Oh, yeah. I still call it Pepsi
Yeah, you get the
Center
point.
by
You get the
accident.
point on a road against a team like this. Absolutely, you go for the point first. You protect the lead, and it's hard to do that in this league with this team. Protecting it, it's over the blue and in. Nobody pinches on the D. You play the line. You have the third forward high. No exceptions ever for the next 3 minutes. That's how I play it. But that's why I'm sitting here talking to you guys.
I mean, if you're a team that's serious about accruing points, then yes, that's exactly how you do it. Yeah, it's a total no mistakes allowed.
No mistakes, road mentality, get the 1
approach.
point.
Yeah,
and in overtime, the balls arena, like just everything you got, throw it. Well, I'll put 3 forwards out in overtime to get that extra one. What is going on over there, Rudo? What's the dog got going?
Doggo Cam. What's up, Rex? Why does he look so poor and abused right now?
He's
Rex
so
is
sad.
so
This is
sad.
the saddest face.
No one will play with his toys with him.
He's talking too.
We were not playing World of Warcraft. We actually haven't played WoW in a few months.
I mean, I still play.
That's why I said we, because as in together, we have not played.
Good boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're being good.
Somebody play with me. Like, poor dog. Everything's working.
Yeah, and a room full of toys that he's destroyed. Look at that.
No.
He doesn't even want to play. Look at him.
No, that's it.
Yeah, you just want some pets. You just want some attention.
Oh, almost more exciting than this game.
Low bar. Low bar.
I mean, we're getting down into it, though. Final 3 minutes, tied 3-3. Like,
there it is, the ball center.
The ball center, perfect. There's a decent contingent of Avs fans that do call it the sack.
Hollywood.
So.
Well, it was the can, so
yeah.
Oh, please don't create a breakaway the other way.
Ooh, he almost did. He almost did.
And that's what we talk about. Your defenseman's behind the net. Not an ideal look with under 3 minutes to go.
And it's like, just make a smart play with the puck, dude. Just make a smart play. And that was fine. Like, that's pretty middle of the road.
Yeah, it's just
you
perimeter
could see
play.
The danger of it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just stunned. The Coyotes are doing this again. I'm stunned.
The Avs didn't put them away, right?
DraftKings Sportsbook app. It's easy.
Over is guaranteed, though.
Yeah,
by the way,
a lot of good that does me on my same game.
Oh, that was really important.
Yeah, that was a great poke check.
And apparently, it's not going to matter.
Who's this?
Oh my goodness! The Yotes are going to the power play with a $1.45.
Oh god!
Are you kidding?
Avs are going to lose this game by going -2 on special teams.
Wow. So what's the call? Oh, from behind.
That's pretty soft. The last 2 minutes of a tie game, you're calling that?
Wow. Fill the thrill with the winner? I don't know. Gosh, this is tough.
Is this
There's no way.
Moment?
No way I came on the show thinking today there'd be a tie game with a $1.45. There's no way. I thought we'd be playing Scrabble by now. Like it'd be 10 cob. Kidding me?
It's not just tied. This is Arizona's game to win right here.
Yeah, this is their game now.
Phil's not out there.
Yeah, now Colorado's the one that just wants the point.
Yeah.
Look at Devon Taves. He's like, let's do this for a minute and a half.
The shit out of it, yeah. Blow that whistle, ref. I dare you.
Wow.
Great camera work here.
Yeah,
there we go.
Very altitude. Let's switch cameras so that nobody can see a damn thing.
I am curious, and we'll talk about it on our show. Where is Phil? Because Christian Fisher's out there right now, 36 white, and he's not a guy that's going to be out there with a minute left where you need to go on the power play.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That was a really good individual effort.
Just couldn't get it out.
And that's the stuff that kills you.
Yep.
They extend this possession.
Now you need a big save. Okay. They just botched it. Okay. Up quick, danger.
And in transition is where you've struggled a ton.
Oh, Jeez.
Frankie makes the save. It wasn't pretty, but he made it.
Nice play by Nuke.
Yeah, great job by Nuke there. All right, one stop at the blue line here, and you get a point. They just can't do it. They can't stop anyone at the blue line.
Dude, they don't even really try.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. All right, got there. Got there.
Jeez. Made it interesting, though.
Now you got to survive 15 seconds of 4-on-3.
It's going to be really weird if their 12-game winning streak at home comes to an end because Arizona beats you in overtime.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's a brutal look.
You got a 12-game home winning streak?
Mm-hmm.
With the worst team in hockey with 10 players out of the lineup playing a 20-year-old from the American League.
Yep.
Ouch.
You know, there's a reason why this is not even – they win this game, and it's just like, okay.
4 of the 6 defensemen, American League. Goalie, American League. This is – I'm stunned. Stunned. You never thought I'd be going to bed early after the PHNX show. Guess
Never.
not.
Never.
Think again.
Avs never give you an early night, all right? If there's anything I've learned, you're staying up.
Kidding, huh? My goodness.
And when do you play the Canadians? Again,
End of the month. Yeah. Yeah, they have Montreal comes to Denver. They've already beat them in they beat them 4-1 in Montreal at the beginning.
So in this market right now with the media and stuff, if even this taking this team to overtime, and even if Colorado wins, will there be the sky is falling tomorrow or not? It's not that big a deal.
I would say from us, no. From other people who are really desperate for attention, probably.
There's Leah. Leah should be getting our show ready. Like, what are you doing, Leah? Like, it better be all set, and we better have graphics and.
Got to keep production in line out here. All right, that's what the show's
I'm
really about.
I'm kind of vibing with this comment that I think the Avs are going to respond with a bit of anger tomorrow.
Yeah, I think.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's a blowout, but.
And Darcy Kemper coming home, although he struggled against Minnesota, his former team, when he played for the Coyotes. He really struggled against Minnesota to the point that the coaching staff wouldn't play him against the Wild.
Yikes.
Oh, well, there you go. Sorry.
All right, well, they still have penalty to kill, so.
Yeah, I got to survive 15 seconds here, and then it's 4-on-4 boringness.
Start there.
I know, Allie. I know. But Leah does everything for our show. She is our show.
All right.
They just got to get through this penalty. Okay, now we're 4-on-4.
Yeah, as long as nothing stupid happens right here, you're playing solved hockey at 4-on-4, right?
I mean, Mikko could redeem a lot of this with a dope play right here.
Ooh, don't mind that shot.
So now 29's got to come over, right?
You would think.
Yeah, there he is.
There he is.
Yeah.
With Berkey, it looks like.
Yeah.
Who's rocking the back end here? Kale and...
I would think Kale and somebody because
Taves was PK in there, though.
Yeah,
I
so
would keep
Taves
him
went
out.
off.
Just let him burn it, yeah.
Yep. Gerard, that's
It's
fine.
Kale,
Yeah.
it's turn and burn here.
Yeah, it's turn and burn. Who do the Oats? I haven't even looked at their lineup yet. Dyson Mayo. That's a
Put the
household
young
name
kids
in
out.
Denver.
Trust them.
Yep.
Nice work, Kale. Don't lose
Well,
him
now
now.
somebody has to help him. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs it.
Everybody
gotta-
just immediately bailed on him.
Ooh.
That's the guy you want shooting that puck too, and he just missed
Boy.
the net.
And that's a really good break for Colorado that the puck bounced back.
Yeah,
and they
you take
covered
that
it.
cover for sure, and
Yeah.
it not it just zinging out of the zone. Yeah,
I
Yeah,
would
now we're
throw-
going from 4-on-4 to 3-on-3 with the face-off,
Now
which again I
it's-
think benefits the Avalanche.
I would throw Kadri out there.
yeah. Throw Kadri, like McKinnon and
I
McCarr.
would go.
Yeah,
I would
throw
go,
Taves or something. Yeah,
I would go Kadri, Taves, and Rantanen.
Rantanen's a good choice too.
Bednar agreed with me.
Yep. I think he heard you. I'm pretty sure they listened to the show during the game.
They're
The
live.
headset they have
listening.
on.
Getting
Yeah,
the
that's not
beats.
We
Not the
definitely
eye in
know.
the sky.
We definitely know they listened to it after.
They lost the face-off. Great
Oh, that's
poke
such a
check.
sick play.
Unreal.
Phil.
Oh, Mikko, hit the net.
Phil, last man back, carries it through 2 guys.
All right, reset
Not the
now.
way
You
to
don't have
do
to
it.
rush this. You do not have to rush this.
No,
That's
they're
fine.
definitely not.
That's fine. You can just send it back to the neutral zone and get away with it. Doesn't matter.
Oh boy,
Not a good pass.
Taves has been so bad tonight that I don't trust
it.
him.
Yeah. Nuke with the
Oh,
power
lovely.
to the
Yeah,
net.
there it is.
Oh, it almost worked
Oh,
too.
what a save.
God, shades of John Gibson. What?
That was not your best, bud. That was not your best.
Dzingel with the winner. Winding it up, got 2 against the Leafs.
Nuke, you need to do work on this shift, bud. They need you.
Well, he's just smoked McKinnon a
Nope.
second ago.
Look, he's just trying to get Angry Mac to come out, all right?
All right, well, they've got the 3-on-2.
Lucky Berkey.
It's like the 2 softest players in the NHL right there.
Going one-on-one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just totally uncovered.
Boyd?
Great save,
Oh.
Frankie.
Oh,
And then you
he's
get
trying to go off
away
the
with
back.
it. Yeah, it was great thought. It just didn't connect. They self-cleared. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, what's he waving his arm at, bro? Bro.
All right,
You catch
go.
up.
You got a 3-on-2.
All right, G, make a play.
Oh, shit, 2 20-year-olds. Hey. No, I guess that was Boyd, the forward at the back.
Oh, gee.
That's not it. Oh, you get away with it.
Soderstrom with the behind-the-back play as the last man back in overtime. Not ideal.
Come on, Berkey.
Jeez, man. There are going to be some low grades given out tonight.
Yeah, it's not been pretty for a lot of dudes.
You grade everybody, AJ?
Yeah.
At least everyone that plays 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's true.
So Mcdermott gets...
I give him incompletes most of the time, but he got an assist tonight, so yeah.
So he's getting a great. Oh, bad turnover, and then terrible play that you get away with, and then throw it to nobody. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, Abs.
But again, why do you go from a shooting area and pass it to somebody that's outside the dots?
Remove it from the shooting area.
Shoot the puck.
Oh,
Dude,
God.
Come on. Oh, Jesus.
And then you get torched. Oh!
Schmoltz.
It's fine. It's fine. God, can you imagine if Frankie gave up 2 leakers like that?
Oh.
And that's your game. All right. Oh, fucking shootout. Let's go.
Can you believe this?
Yeah, did not have this game going to a shootout, and that's for sure.
Like, do they know what my bedtime is? On my show, we'd be talking about that I need to go to bed. Like, you guys might stay up till 4 a.m. playing World of Warcraft. I don't. I'm watching Murder She Wrote.
Tonight we're staying up till 4 a.m. working.
Yeah, we got jobs to do tonight.
That was it right there.
Yeah, Miko's got to finish that, man.
Also this.
Or this one. God, can you scoot? That's a hell of a save.
Yeah, he got the pad out on that one. Credit where credit's due.
That's a legit great save.
Yep.
As is this.
Yep.
And then he has no idea what's going on.
And then he almost backdoored there. Yeah.
That's the one I thought was going to go.
Yeah, I thought that one was going to leak.
Okay, what do we got? We're going to go Schmoltz, Keller. I don't know. It's not going to be Kessel.
Who's got the
maybe
moves?
Dzingel?
Dzingel, you think? Ours is
Schmoltz, Keller
for sure. Probably Mikko.
I would go McKinnon, Rantanen, and Burakovsky.
Kale's probably somewhere on that 4th or something. But
yeah, I would say Kadri's probably in there as well.
Yeah.
Well, the Coyotes get a win here. I mean, not win the game, but this is a win. You shootout against the Colorado Avalanche.
Coyotes taking this dub to the house no matter what happens.
With 10 out of the lineup. Whoa. Yeah, I'd be curious to see.
I guess it does go to show you the difference between their regulars and their AHL guys just isn't very big.
That's true. And matter of fact, they're a hell of a lot younger and quicker.
The most
Andrew
backhanded
Ladd.
comment
I did
I've
not have
ever heard
Andrew
Apex
Ladd,
say.
by the way,
Yo,
in my
We
pool.
are not live, so if you guys could refrain from.
Yeah. Saved.
Yeah, I
him.
did. I
Attaboy,
didn't have
Frankie.
Andrew Ladd in my shootout.
Yeah,
list.
no kidding, man.
He's a guy-
McKinnon's only shootout move is stick handle a whole bunch and then try and shoot high glove.
I was
Flick
gonna
it.
say Benny Hanna on his way in from the red line in, like
Yeah, pretty much.
So let's just
he's chopping the hell out of that thing.
let's see if he. Oh,
Huh?
there's already diversity.
He's going.
Oh!
Tried to go backhand.
I don't
Didn't
know if
go
that went in or
Did that
not.
go?
Did that
no,
go
it
in?
didn't. It didn't.
Hit the pipe.
I don't know what it hit, but it didn't go in. Oh, you got a piece.
Oh, he got a stick on it.
Yeah, you got a piece.
Jeez.
All right.
Schmoltz, I'll go
Come on,
goal
Frankie.
shot.
Yeah, this is where
Shot
this
over
is
the
where
blocker.
Frankie rules.
The
Need this
goofy
one,
goalie's
Frankie.
making it tough.
Oh, he just missed.
Yeah, he
That
wants
helps.
to shoot that side.
Yep.
He'd go blocker side on a left-hand catcher, so he's trying to do the same thing, but it's not there.
I mean,
Yeah,
he beat him.
that's just a miss, man.
Yeah, miss.
All right, Rico, make up for it, huh?
Call it.
Yeah.
Shot.
Miko, that's not allowed. You're not allowed to do that, but
Yeah.
I guess no move was his decision.
he got him to bite on the pump fake too, and then he just lost the puck.
Did he lose it?
Yeah, like he bought on like leg kick and
Oh,
then just
he-
lost control.
He started to fall over.
Yeah, he started. I think he
Classic
toe picked.
Miko.
Oh,
Here goes
Jesus.
Kells with
Keller.
the cane. He'll slow it right down.
That's amazing.
Boy, Frankie, got enough of it.
Ooh.
All right,
is it
well,
for the win.
Frankie's done his job.
Yep, he just needs
Who is
one
it for the
goal
win?
scorer.
I would, yeah, I would go Kadri as my third shooter just because he's been so hot.
Kale's got more goals than Kadri this year.
Yeah, it's not
There
really
you
what he
go,
does, though.
AJ.
You're right.
AJ, you
You're right.
honestly should be on the bench.
Oh,
that was juicy.
What a
That
move.
2 points is 2 points. Dubs is dubs.
That was juicy. Well, fellas, I got to go to work now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
let's
we-
do.
This was
Thanks.
a lot of fun.
Thanks,
Honestly,
chat.
thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you,
PD, this
Petey,
was honestly
for
a
hanging
pleasure,
out.
man.
It was
love,
super fun.
love to do this again sometime. Even if
Absolutely, guys.
even if it's not an Avs Coyotes game, it'd be fun to do
Yeah.
it. But
Anytime
man.
you want to hang out and chop it up, man.
If I get to talk hockey, I'm all in, man. Thanks for
Yeah.
having me, guys. I better bail. I got to go to work now.
yeah, us too.
Boo.
We got to switch over.
Yeah, we're
Okay, see you
we're,
guys.
we're outie. We appreciate all of y'all. We'll see you very shortly on the
Hey.
Avs or Coyotes, PHNX, DNVR, YouTube. Go watch the post game. Goodbye.
Thanks, guys.